Alright. Happy Friday, everybody. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully, the time is winding down here before we hit our weekends, and we're excited to have some time off from work and be able to relax and have some fun, right? We got more West of Loathing today. I'm excited-ish. I actually don't remember what I was doing. I'm trying to remember. I think there was something about a train. Let's talk to Susie and see what my side quests are. Okay, so I just have to bring him 5 chunks of El Vibrato scrap. And then we have the... Alright. Alright. I think I know where I'm at. Let's get going here. His eyes so I'm showing Ellsbury the helmet. His eyes light up. Well, one of them does. The other one's kind of stuck in a perpetual squint. Does this belong to you? He takes the helmet from you. Takes him a moment to find his voice. It does. Long time ago. I don't suppose there was anything else where you found that? You mean this? Yeah, that's the stuff. Could I? Yeah, here you go. He cracks the bottle open, drinks deeply. After a few moments, his demeanor changes entirely. He looks like a man 20 years younger. Would you like to hear a story? Sure. Ellsbury tells you a tale about an ancient frigid plane where miniature machines wage an eternal war against maniacal people. Something about that story. You really lost yourself in it. Thank you, Ellsbury. He nods. If you ever want to express your gratitude in a more tangible way, you know the trick. He goes back to listening to the piano. Alright, let's see here. You spot an old mine on the horizon. Abandoned mines are safe and fun to explore. Right. Let's go to Snake Pit Mine. I figured there'd be something over there. Look at the mining equipment. You have no idea what any of it does. Hey, Susie, do you know how any of this stuff works? No. Okay, then. Hey, Susie. What? Just wanted to tell you about this mine stuff. Okay. So this first machine here, this is an automatic... Oh, God. Yeah. She doesn't know what anything is. Pile of loose boards. You see a snake coiled up in a little hole. Let's pull out and punch it. Bonk. Let's see. Boosh! Someone left their pickaxe. Cool. Huh. I don't know what those machines are. Doubt I ever will. You hear a groaning noise a short distance away and investigate. A cowpoke is sitting against a rock with his leg bent in a way that seems incorrect. What happened?
Dang horse threw a ride and I fell off. Think I busted one of my dancing arms.
Let's give him a ride back to Dirtwater. You help the guy onto the back of your horse and give him a lift back to town.
Thank you kindly, stranger. I'd say I owe you one, but it seems doubtful we'll ever meet again.
As you turn the corner, you come face to face with 3 bandits pushing a large barrel marked TNT down the trail. The 4 of you stare at each other for a moment, unsure of how to deal with this potentially violent happenstance. We're gonna fight him. Let's beat this dude up. Doesn't really matter. You beat up and or blew up those bandits. Let's wander a few more times, see if we can't find some stuff. You come across the corpse of a cowboy. Well, how do you know it's the corpse of a cowboy? Well, you see by his outfit that he's a cowboy. And you see by the lack of flesh that he's a corpse. Let's give him a proper burial. Let's be good people, right? You discover what is either an open grave or a very deep and rectangular pothole. Well, if it's a pothole, it must have been here a very long time, because you found the remains of an antique traffic accident. Got a handful of coins, some grave dirt, skull chips, and an old wedding ring. Okay, let's go back to the professor's house. You spy a burned-out ranch house on the. You spy a burned-out ranch house on the horizon and pull Platypussy up to it to investigate. There's nothing much of interest above ground, but you find a locked door leading down into a presumably still intact root cellar. Ooh, that went down the wrong pipe. 1 second. Ow! Once you're inside, you're not sure why they even bother locking it. It's picked clean of everything but a tiny amount of food and an even tinier amount of medicine. You got sarsaparilla, instant grits, surgical gin, and blood-building tonic. Okay, let's go talk to the professor some more.
Good to see you again. Have you got those 5 piles of scrap yet?
Well, that's got to be our first priority. We won't get much further without it. Do you know anything about ley lines?
I don't hold much with that mystical mumbo-jumbo. It's very unscientific. But it does come up in my research from time to time, so I can give you a basic overview.
You draw some curved intersecting lines on a piece of paper and explains how they relate to local geography and so-called mystical forces. Most of it goes over your head, but you think you got the basics. You got a ley line diagram. Thanks. Oh, that's right. I was supposed to go to other places because now I have lockpicking. Alright, let's just, think I've been to the Shaggy Dog Cave. So let's go back to the desert house. Alright, I don't think there's anything here I can really do. We'll just bounce around here. Okay, that's the Silver Bullet Station. I can't crack the safe because I don't know how to safe crack. Or if I do, it's just not high enough level. Let's take a look at our stats real quick. Nope, that's not the right button. There we go. Lockpicking expertise, but nothing of the safe cracking kind. Alright. Let's get the fluck out of here. We'll head over to Silversmith's house. Silversmith's house, we've got a safe to crack. And there's a safe to crack here too. We did that already. Ah, here we go. Lockpick. You pick the lock and open the document. Ooh, a document. Stock certificate. Let's... oh, you just sell it. Okay. Alright, so this is done. Ba-doop-boo. Actually, let's go back. Let's, the diagram is surprisingly comprehensible. You stick it into your Necromancer journal. The robe receipt you found lets you determine that the Necromancer's lair is west of the mountains. Using your line diagram, you narrow the location of the Necromancer's lair down to a handful of possible locations based on the unseen currents of energy that riddle the land. Alright. I was just in Snake Pit Mine, so we're gonna go to the Daveyard. Your heart skips a beat as you spy a flouting cow skull in the middle distance. It doesn't seem to have noticed yet. Bonk. I got cow fangs and a brass bull ring. Hey Topaz, how's it going, buddy? You need a human ashes, some stardust, a glass sphere. I don't have any glass spheres though. So I can't perform the ritual just yet. So right now, Topaz, I'm going back through and seeing if there's anything I've missed. Your booze sense alerts you to the presence of a rock. Confused, you move the rock, and sure enough, there's a bottle of booze behind it. You got cheap tequila. Whew! You were afraid for a second that your booze sense had been replaced with some kind of rock sense. Alright. This is just a store, but I can sell some stuff. So is stuff like brass bull ring and cow fangs, are this just vendor trash? Because it looks to be like vendor trash. Basically, anything that doesn't have, like the stock certificate that's vendor trash. That's for sure. But I'm assuming if it doesn't have any like blue text, then it's not useful for anything. Unless there's an item that needs them. Or if it just has the just sell it. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, well, there's a book I haven't read yet. What? Charlie? How you been, buddy? You doing alright? Well, see, that would lead me to believe that, it is going less than alright. A few hundred yards up the trail, you see a solitary skeleton trudging towards the northwest. It doesn't seem to have noticed you. Or anything, really. Bonk. That's I mean, at least going all right is better than terrible. You find a wrecked bank stagecoach with a strongbox in the back. It's too heavy to carry, but too locked to open. You pop the lock open and find a ton of meat inside, and since the serial numbers aren't sequential, the bank probably won't be able to trace it if you keep it for yourself. Awesome! Ooh. Sorry to hear that. Are the kiddos okay now? In general, this is a door. Most specifically, it's the door to the general's office. Even more specifically, it's the locked door to the general's office. The goblin seated at this desk is repeatedly firing their pistol at that pie safe. Let's get their attention. Say, what are you doing?
Shooting pies. Always shooting pies.
Could you elaborate on that?
Why shooting a pie?
Yes?
To destroying, obviously. Destroying a terrible pie.
What is wrong with a pie?
Bah, a human will never understanding.
No, really, why a pie shooting?
Shut up. So much angry.
Look, I'm pretty sure being a pie is destroyed.
Destroy huh?
Look, so many holes in a pie say if you winning, a pie is dead.
You certain being?
Waiting here, I will checking. You peek through the bolt holes, yep, shot to hell. Hey, Bit. Hooray, you are a success. A pie is so very destroyed being.
Doing it?
So much doing it!
But now what?
Huh?
What I shooting now?
I guess you find another pie?
What? There are more pies being?
Yes! A world full of pies!
Oh no, this violence will never ending.
Sorry, being not wishing to enable this behavior.
No, this is my crossbearing. I must go and continue the fight.
Okay.
Thanking you.
Okay, I wishing you good luck against the force of pie. General Gobb strides out the door, jaw clenched, eyes resolute with pie hatred. Well, that was weird. I guess I'm the general now. There's a single pie inside, shot to pieces. You got a lead pie. Ooh, I got a silver bullet. Nice. Alright, there's a safe... Oh. Need to go down to books. Seems like it's probably pretty dangerous. Are you sure you want to read it? Yes. Okay, it's your funeral. Whatever, Grandma. You cannot see the words on the pages, but you can nevertheless read them. Your mind becomes stained with grim secrets. You got a skill, grinning skull. As you turn to the last page, the book vanishes in a puff of smoke. Oof. Well, I'm glad to hear that, I mean, it's good to hear from you, Charlie. I kind of was wondering if you were doing okay. You know, I just figured with the holidays, maybe things got crazy, but good to hear the kids and you, and I assume, I'm glad to hear everyone's doing all right there. I hope that the missus is doing well as also Charlie. And yes, Bid, you are a mod now. Congrats. A nearby hissing sound alerts you to the presence of a snake. Or at least something that sounds like a snake, which turns out to be a goblin cooking flapjacks on a flat and baking hot rock. The grayish batter sizzles as the goblin pours out some more, and then they look up and give you a surprised look.
Hey, what? What, a human? Hey, what you doing out here, you? You two thieving flapjacks, baby? Nope.
Be calm. I will not jack your flaps. Did I say that wrong? I will not flap your jock jams. To flapping?
Please, what you want to wanting?
Your flapjacks, to giving them at me. I demanding. What you not to jam flapping. We're just saying now. The agreement I to altering. To praying you that I not to altering it. Fuck. Ugh. Just to taking and going away. You got Gulch Goblin Flapjacks and 11 experience. Woo! So, how about we just... Hey, Charlie, how about we just pretend that January didn't happen, and it's the lost month of the year? You hear a rattling noise behind you. Another rattling noise off to your left, and a third rattling noise from somewhere ahead. You conclude that you've either stumbled into a nest of babies or a nest of rattlers. Quick glance confirms that's the latter. Not unexpectedly, really. This is no place for babies. Let's fight them. Bonk. Alright, Charlie, enjoy your lunch. You defeat all the babies. Wait, no, they were rattlesnakes. Right. Alright, I think... Oh, so if I wanted to fight the infinite cow herd, I can do that. You know, there's a campsite off in the distance that appears to have been very comprehensively trampled to ruin. Nice. The other reason why I'm just kind of running around is because I'm trying to discover all the areas here before we move on. Oh, I still So there's a row of lockers here. The third one is labeled Loose Ben and has a combination lock on it. Well, who the hell's Loose Ben? More meat. I will say this, the shadows in this game are kind of interesting. Like the lighting dynamic. It's done really well. Like, even though this is like all stick figures, you can still tell a lot of work was went into this. Alright. Alright, we're going to the destroyed campsite next. Well, here's an unusual sight. An old boat out in the middle of the desert. If this were a beach, you could call it beached. But you can't call it deserted, because there's someone in it. That someone is a skeleton, wearing a helmet with horns on it. She looks pretty bored, and is idly polishing the dragon-headed prow of her ship. You think maybe she's been here for a very, very long time indeed. You knocked that Viking skeleton back to the correct century. Knapsack looks like it's taken a lot of abuse recently. Most of the contents are trash from being stomped on. You do find a dented can of potted meat, though. You also notice that the knapsack has a knife sheath strapped to the side, but you don't see the knife anywhere. This tent is a real mess. Looks like it was trampled by a whole herd of cows. There's something odd about it, though. This campfire has been thoroughly stomped on and kicked. Someone was really serious about fire safety. Yikes, you think maybe this used to be a person? What a mess cows did to this Did cows did this to a guy? Alright, see you later, Bit.
I reckon so, judging from these tracks, but
What's wrong?
something about these tracks just ain't right.
What do you mean?
They aren't spaced out right, and they're uneven.
Okay, what does that mean?
I'd say either the cow that made these tracks was drunk, or it wasn't a cow that made them.
Cow tracks are leading away from the mangled corpse. Probably would be hard to follow them. Since you have reason to believe that these tracks may be a fake, you could either follow them or head in the opposite direction. Well, let's follow the tracks. You follow the cow tracks for 100 yards or so, after which they stop suddenly. There doesn't seem to be anything of interest nearby. Let's go the opposite way. You head in the opposite direction for about half a mile and discover another campsite, this one occupied. You observe the campers carefully from a distance before approaching. They're dressed weirdly in brightly colored baggy clothes and white face paint. As you get closer, you realize they're dressed up as rodeo clowns. Gross. Why would they do that? There doesn't seem to be a rodeo happening anywhere near here. This rodeo clown is playing a harmonica. The tune he's playing basically goes doot doot doodle doodle doot doot doo. He nods politely but keeps playing. A simple three-man tent, which probably sleeps about 40 clowns. This rodeo clown is eating a comically large haunch of meat. He narrows his eyes at you as if to say, mine. This clown is idly juggling a knife.
Howdy, stranger.
He says with a smile. Howdy. What are you guys doing out here? The clowns exchange glances.
Camping.
You can tell by the campfire. What I mean is, there's no rodeo or circus around here, so why are you guys in a rodeo why are you guys in rodeo clown outfits?
Oh, that. Our circus is up north. We're on break, so we decided to take in sights.
What sights? This is the middle of nowhere.
Nonsense. Check out those cacti over there. And those mountains and, well, all this sand. Plenty of things to see.
I guess so. What circus? I didn't hear anything about a circus in the area.
Oh, you wouldn't have. It's just a little traveling show. You aren't missing anything.
What's it called, though? The clown hesitates, then shrugs.
It's called Barnaby Bob's Perfectly Normal Traveling Circus Sideshow.
Perfectly normal? Why is it called that? He narrows his eyes at you.
Accuracy.
Okay, how far north is it?
Oh, it's pretty far.
Too far for you to worry about. No, really, how far?
It's up near Goblin Gulch.
Wow, that is really far north.
Right, exactly. Too far.
Wait a minute. You guys walked all the way down here from the northernmost part of the territory for sightseeing on your break?
We get really long breaks. We have a good union.
Where is this circus exactly?
Why would you even want to go there? Look, don't worry about it.
Just tell me already. I want to enjoy some whimsical frickin' merriment, okay? Just tell me where your damn circus is already. Aka, you live! Ah, you has the KFCs. So Aka's home and fed? The clown's eyes flash angrily, but he quickly smooths his expression with an appeasing smile.
All right, partner. All right. Just trying to save you a long journey and all. Here, I'll mark it on your map.
You discovered a new map location. Barnaby Bob's Perfectly Normal Traveling Circus Sideshow. Do you know anything that happened about that wrecked camp nearby? The clown with the meat chuckles quietly.
Somebody's camp got wrecked? Why, that's terrible. Whatever happened?
I think you know what happened. The harmonica falls silent, and the clown's eyes grow very cold. He stops toying aimlessly with his knife.
Well, now I don't much care for that accusatory tone in your voice, mister.
Or what I mean is, surely you must have heard the cows attacking.
You know, now that you mention it, we did hear quite a ruckus coming from not too far away. A lot of you know, mooing and so on. Right, boys?
The other two clowns nodded in agreement. You guys know a lot about cows, right?
Now, why would you assume that? Just because we're clowns?
I'd figure it comes with the territory.
It's been a good 20 years since like rodeo was an actual thing, you know?
So, why are you dressed that way?
Dress? Oh, well, it's traditional after all.
Isn't it inconvenient?
How do you mean?
With the makeup and the baggy clothes and all. Wait, don't you take out the costume between shows?
Well, you might say we're used to it. Taking it off would be more inconvenient, right, fellas?
The other two clowns chuckle. Well, it's hard to talk to people when they're all clowned out, all creeped out.
Oh, do you think we're creepy?
He leers at you, showing yellow teeth. In the flickering light of the campfire, they almost look pointed.
Relax, partner. There's just the old stories getting you worked up.
Do you mean the old stories about how demon cows and demon clown wars against each other in hell, and rodeo clowns dressed like that because the rodeos were sort of like reenactment of those battles?
You've done your homework! So what do you think? Are demon clowns real?
I think I'm looking at some right now.
Oh, dearie dear. Well, now you go and say things like that. You know we can't let you leave here alive, right, stranger?
Oh, I do not like that. Big bone. Bonk. Whiff. Ow. Bonk. Well, that's one pack of demonic rodeo clowns that won't be troubling people anymore. And boy, you did not expect to be thinking that sentence today. You poke around their campsite for a bit, but don't find anything of value apart from the leader's knife and a ticket to the circus. Well, the harmonica maybe, but the clown had his lips all over it. Ugh. You got a clown knife and circus ticket. You also find a note in one of the lead clown's pockets. It seems to be orders to check out an abandoned tannery not far from Dirtwater. It's probably a bad idea to let these guys wander around near town, so maybe you should investigate. Oh, Danny's Tannery. Oh, fucking A. Rest in peace, Bob Saget. You notice a smoldering hole in the ground and recognize it as the habitat of the southeast western coal snake. They keep to themselves mostly, but they're also known to enjoy a fight if one is thrust upon them. Well, then let's thrust a fight upon you. Good fight. You put the snake back in the ground, though in a slightly different sense. Oh, man. Sounds like there's a lot of fighting going on inside the tannery, except instead of the regular fighting sounds you're used to, like shouting and gunfire and chairs being broken over people's backs, you hear a lot of ghostly bellowing and shrill cackling laughter. Sounds like a real bad scene, in other words. As you enter the tannery, the second thing you notice is that the place has been abandoned for years, probably since the cows came home. Oh jeez. A lot of the equipment is wrecked, and all of it is covered with dust. The first thing you notice is that there are a bunch of rodeo clowns in here fighting with, well, they aren't cows exactly, they're more like the possessed skins of cows. That's a little strange because you've seen some people wearing, for example, cow leather chaps, and you've never seen anyone being attacked by their chaps. Maybe there's something about the tanning process that makes leather impervious to possession, and these ghost cow whatever are untanned hides? In any case, the clowns and cows have seemed preoccupied enough with their fighting as they haven't noticed you. At least not yet. As you approach the clown and weird cow leather ghost thing, they take notice of you and stop fighting while they process this new development. The clown, unfortunately, seems to decide he hates cows more than he hates you. The cow, unfortunately, decides it hates you more. Well, let's hate it right back. Friendly fire! You beat the cow, but the enemy of your enemy is apparently not your friend because the clown decides it's his turn to be on the right side of the screen. I already killed you once, I'm gonna kill you again! Bonk. Well, that's one clown and one cow down. You hear a lot more fighting going on in the rest of the tannery, though, so that pat on the back will have to wait till later. Ooh, you found an old toolbox. I know, I did 69 damage to the clown with my huge bone. Besides the miscellaneous scraps and junk that naturally accumulate in toolboxes, you find a handful of nails and a pair of sizable, sharp, and serious-looking scissors. Your attempt to sneak up on the cows fails, assuming you're even sneaking and not just moseying over. The cows appear all too willing to add your face to the list of faces they hate, and turn their attention from the clowns who jump on this opportunity to get the jump on their ancient enemies. Let's join the fracas. Oh, fuck, I hit the wrong person. Whoops. It'll work out okay. True to form, the clowns who were on your side in that fight betray you. Oh, I do not like these clowns. They're actually starting to creep me out a little bit. Well, whoever's idea was that to creep me out with the clowns, fuck you. It feels kind of strange to be fighting alongside demonic clowns, but I guess war makes strange bedfellows. Ugh. Please ignore the fact that I just used demonic clowns and bedfellows in the same sentence. This scene has the makings of a real brawl. Not only does one of the clowns have a nasty look in his eye, nastier than typical, I mean, but one of the possessed cowhides is stretched on a tanning frame, which makes it stronger somehow, I assume? Boom! It just floats over there, just like, ooh, wiggle. Guess what? The clowns turned on you after the cows were all dead. This is not surprising. Good job. Also good job. No. This is how it's done. Bonk. I'm invincible! Whew, what a mess that fight was. And what a mess the floor is afterwards. At least now you're free to poke around the scenery. Take that nasty clown's knife and oh look, they also had a key. This body must have been lying here since the cows came home. There isn't much left of them. You poke around in the tattered shreds of his clothes and find an old key. Cool. 2 keys for me. Pile of loose board. I just put a crate together to open the crate and get an item. What? This door is locked, but the key you found on that clown looks like it'll probably fit. If you're sure you want to go out there, it sounds like a hell of a fight is happening. Oh boy, oh geez, this is not a good situation to be in. You quickly hide behind some old tanned hides. Huh? Is that why they're called that? There are 3 clowns out here, each armed with a nasty looking knife. And one of them is licking his knife, and the sound makes you think maybe he's literally sharpened the blade on his tongue. They're facing down 2 of the stretched hide cows, and a monstrous thing that looks like an entire cow skeleton draped in flayed cow skin. I bet you think you're a lot. Wow, words. I bet you lot think you're real clever breaking through to the human plane. Did you think we wouldn't follow you? Moo. Did you think you'd find a weapon here to use against us? Or are you just trying to escape? Moo. What? You take that back. None of them seem to have noticed you. Looks like you could sneak back through the door if you're really colorful. But I want to fight. When they see you, the clowns and cows stop hissing and mooing and posturing at each other. Hey! Who the hell are you? Candygram? Moo! Uh-oh. Now's our chance. Get him! Ow. Bitch! Well, that's some bullshit. How much XP do I have? I have 1,033. Ooh. Alright, let's try this again. Because I have 3 stacks of angry. See, that was way better, because they didn't all decide to attack just me. Alright, let's just get rid of this thing. Get that out of the way. Oh, look at that. 39 damage exactly, baby! Yeah. Yeah, I don't care if you kill the clown. You can kill the clown all day for all I give a shit. As predictable as ever, the clowns turn on you once you've helped them defeat the cows. Wish. Alright. Bandages. Bye. Ain't no Larry, baby, bye, bye, bye. Just play a game for two. Sure you, body ain't no lie, baby, bye, bye, bye. See? Whew, it's a good thing those clowns hate cows more than they hate humans, or that fight could have gone way worse. Fortunately, it seems pretty unlikely that you'll run into any more animated leather-clad cow skeletons on your venture. Right? You approach the hide warily. It looks like it was too tan to be possessed. This must be a storage shed. It's locked, but maybe the key you found could open it. There's a guy back here hiding behind a barrel. He isn't very good at hiding. Hello.
Oh, thank God. You aren't one of those horrible clowns.
No, I'm Shit Creek.
Shit Creek McGee. I'm Grady Tanner. It's a good thing you arrived. I couldn't have held out much longer.
Are you actually a Tanner, or is that your surname?
Well, both.
What are you doing in here?
Hiding.
What I mean is, why are you hiding here?
Because I don't want to die.
Look, what's your story?
Well, I was scavenging for tanning materials. Cow's bane ain't as easy to get a hold of as it was in the old days, but I was a-searching. Those cows showed up, and then there was clouds showed up. So I locked myself in here to hide.
What's cow's bane?
It's an herb used for tanning leather. You can't grow it in large batches anymore because cows show up and rake the place. So there's other stuff we generally use for pig leather and so on. It's not as good, though.
Cows wreck your herb gardens?
Yeah, if you're growing more than a flower pot's worth, they get wind of it somehow. They hate the stuff, but can't figure out why. Here, I got a few extra seeds you can have. Be careful with them.
You got an item, packet of cow's bane seeds. How long have you been in here?
3 or 4 days. I'm starving. Cow's bane's poisonous, so I've been chewing on this old leather hat for sustenance.
Seriously?
Yep. Want some?
No. Well, I took care of the clowns and the cows, so consider yourself rescued.
Wonderful. Thank you. As soon as I get a new shop set up, you can count on me for any leather goods you need. And first one's on the house. You wouldn't happen to know where I might set up a new shop, would you?
What happened to your old shop?
Care to guess?
Cows?
Yeah.
Well, there's an empty lot in Dirtwater you could probably use.
Great! I'll head right there. Thanks a million, partner. I owe you one.
No problem. I got a lasso and some ranch punch. Ugh. Well, that was a fun little detour. Oh, there's another skelly man over there. Oh, he doesn't have anything. Well, ducks. Door. Alright. So we're gonna go back. I think we're at Old Mission. There's a skull just sort of rolling down the road toward you, like directly towards you. And when you step to one side, it swerves to match. Oh, let's... Let's see here. Did we do everything in this? feel like we did. Yeah, because this is where we fought like 3 bosses and... Yeah, so... I was just going back through since I got lockpicking kind of late in this area. I went back through to see if there's anything I could lockpick. Already found some good shit. I also found a few areas that I hadn't been to yet, so... Your El Vibrato bleeps, and you follow the signal because of course you do. Why wouldn't you? One reason you might not is that it led you to a hulking robot that could easily pound you into scrap. Bonk. Congratulations, you successfully destroyed a priceless ancient relic of a bygone and forgotten age. Several years of hat magazines, hat trends, hat and head, hats today, and that kind of thing. The guy who sat here wore a lot of hats, but he made even more. I need safe cracking, damn it. That was actually kind of a, that was a fun little romp there. I really liked that one. Ah, yes. Yeah, this was the gang's hideout, which I'm pretty sure there's nothing left here, because that was all empty back there. Alright. A burly, grizzled man in leather. Well, everything is busy peeling the skin off of a no longer recognizable animal. He looks up at you and growls, brandishing his skinning knife as if to say, "Bother me and you'll be next."
Bother me and you'll be next.
Yeah, I got that. That's not a knife. This is.
Don't be stupid. They're both knives. So you're a skinner too, eh?
Well, not professionally or anything. It's a hobby, I guess.
Alright, come over here and watch close. I'll show you a couple tricks.
You don't really understand the tricks, but they result in you getting some free skin, so you're happy. Cool. I don't think there was really anything here. I mean, there's the harvesting bit, but I'm not so concerned about the harvesting. Alright, there's a crate in the road, which is not a crate's natural habitat. Poor lost crate. Maybe you can help it. You help the crate by prying off the lid and helping yourself to the contents. You got ranch dressing and a lock. I don't have a toilet handle. I didn't think. Oh, sweet. Well, that was a nice bit of loot. Pick up a can at random and read the label. Pureed crickets a la mode. Crushed rotten eggs. Sugared grubs. Oh, no. Not for me. No sorry. Could it be? Alright. Well, I'm glad I came back here. That was a lot of loot I missed. Holy crap. Wait. You can climb into the watchtower and take a look around. Nice view from up here. Suppose I could take those binoculars if I wanted to. Let's go to Lazy A Dude Ranch. There's a crate lying in the dust of the trailer. It has a pickaxe stenciled on the side, but it isn't clear if that's to indicate contents, destination, or opening instructions. Well, let's pry off the lid with my crowbar. So that's one of the possibilities eliminated. Thermos of spiked coffee, smelling salts, nerve pills, and a bottle of laudanum. It's a fun word. Laudanum. Laudanum. Hey, like, howdy, man. Howdy again. Could you grow cow's bane? Wow. No way, man. Sorry. That's like the only stuff we actually get rid of when it grows. Why is that? It attracts cows something fierce, man. You gotta be more like one stalk or whatever in the same place. Boom! Cows all up in your biz, man. What if if we had a fence to keep the cows out? Well, maybe, but it'd have to be like a real serious fence, man. Like with the barbs and all, like major fencing, man. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Do you know somewhere that is hiring a baker? Heck, even a... Topaz, or Akka, do you guys remember what I was supposed to do? Not in general. I mean, to get her to do her bakery. Okay. Alright, so it looks like the cucumber factory and everything that's all done. Your vibrato bleeps and you all the signal because of course you do. Why wouldn't you? One reason you might not is... we already read this dialogue. Bonk. Kapow. Oh, this is the cave where I teleported to the other place. Alright. Same way as what? Oh, you mean hot dog. Looks like you found the circus those clowns were talking about. A circus. That's like a clown hive. Fortunately, it's not a very big circus. These probably aren't very many clowns. Certainly not enough for an army or invasion force or anything. Still, since it turns out demonic clowns are a real thing, any number of them could be real trouble. You walk up as nonchalantly as possible so the clowning the ticket booth won't suspect you know his horrible secret. As you approach, the clown puts on that basically cheerful facial expression that retail employees use when the last thing they want to deal with is a customer, but they're not allowed to say so.
Welcome to Barnaby's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, sir. How can I help you?
I'd like to see the circus, please.
Well, you came to the right place then. But if you want to get inside, you'll need a ticket.
I just happen to have one. The clown looks very surprised.
What? How did you... well, great. Good for you, sir. I'll just take that and stamp your hand for re-entry. There we go. Enjoy the show.
What about my partner?
Partners get in free. Thanks.
As you enter the circus, the ticket booth clown shouts, "Welcome to Barnaby's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, sir," in a loud, enthusiastic voice. You walk into the circus. Actually, I guess it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. As nonchalantly as possible. There are a bunch of clowns around, working at the booths and so on. More clowns than customers, of which there doesn't seem to be more than a dozen or so, which is good, in that it means the clowns can't disappear you as easily as they figure out wow, that sentence, holy crap, which is good, in that it means the clowns can't disappear you as easily if they figure out what you know, but on the other hand, if things go wrong here, innocent bystanders might get caught in the crossfire. Reading's so hard. The merry-go-round has a dirty canvas tarp over it. The sign says condemned until further notice. We encourage anyone suffering from horse bites to consult the doctor. The clown is presumably selling tickets to the sideshow.
Howdy, fella. Can I interest you in the wondrous and mysterious delights of the slideshow?
Sideshow. I keep saying slideshow. Shh. It's okay, Topaz. I never was a good reader to begin with. I still argue that I had probably the most skewed ACT scores ever. I mean, my reading comprehension score was, I think, 18 out of 36. Yeah, reading is not my strong suit by any stretch of the imagination. So the fact that I'm able to read this, that's remarkable in and of itself. You know, I didn't know what I was doing. I rolled my character in the womb. I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna max math, and you know what? I don't need English or language, so we'll just remove those points. Like, I rolled well and put it in math. Can you blame me? That's true. I put it all in the mental stats. I didn't put anything in the physical stats. Oh gosh. Special, strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, luck. So I put points in luck, charisma, intelligence. I have a couple points in endurance and perception, and I have nothing in strength and agility. What do you have all in there?
Secrets, mysteries, things too weird and disturbing to be witnessed by the light of day.
Freaks?
Not just freaks.
Gosh, how much does it cost?
For you, 300 meat.
And for everyone else?
300 meat.
I don't know if I want to pay that. The tent flap is open and the interior is dimly lit to make the collection of weird stuff inside seem more mysterious. Hot food, cold drinks, tepid candy. There's a clown here selling rubber toy balloons. You notice that he's watching you, and then he notices that you've noticed, and he smiles and waggles the balloon at you enticingly.
Howdy, fella. You interested in a toy balloon?
How do you make him float like that?
Why, there's nothing to it. Heck, they all float around here.
Of course. What colors do you have?
Oh, well, just take a look.
Red.
They're all red.
How much are they? There's a clown here. Wait. Or is it the same clown as before? He looks identical. Is he following you around? There's a kid here, searching around with a sad look on his face. You okay, kid? Did you lose your parents?
I was a lucky ball cap. You haven't seen it, have you, sir?
No, but I'll keep an eye out. What's it look like?
It's shiny steel. It's a little chain.
Okay, I'll let you know if I find it. This appears to be one of those test your strength games where you have to use a big hammer to ring a bell.
Well, howdy there, fella. You look like you got a good arm on you. Here's a game that's right up your alley.
What's the game?
Simple as can be. Just take this big mallet here and hit the lever under that bell. Ring the bell and you win.
Alright, what's the prize?
A ticket to Barnaby Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out, so it's a rare catch, my friend.
Alright, give it a shot. The clown takes your meat and puts the big mallet on the counter.
Good luck.
Pick up the mallet, take a deep breath, and smash that lever with a mighty swing. The little bell striker makes it nearly, but not quite to the bell.
Well, now that was very close. Not a grand prize winner, but it's the best I've seen today. That's got to be worth something.
You got a small teddy bear. You pick up the mallet, toss it end over end, and catch it a couple times to test its weight, and casually slam it to the lever. Ding!
Well, I'll be. That's some genuine muscle you've got on you, fella. Looks like you're a winner.
You got a circus show ticket.
The show will be starting soon. Don't miss it. Thanks. Greetings and salutations, fella. This is a game designed to test your intelligence and capacity for abstract thought. And, well, if you care to try your luck, far be it from me to obstruct you.
What's the game?
The simplest guessing game imaginable. I've got a standard deck of playing cards here. I show you all the faces, and I turn them back over and start picking cards. You guess what cards I pick, and you win.
You don't shuffle them?
No, sir. If you can memorize a deck of cards that fast, more power to you. Or if you got a touch of magic in you and want to try reading my mind, that's fine too. Just don't dig too deep, eh?
What's the prize? Oh, so looks like, and let me guess, this is same thing. So all of them offer a stage, the sideshow. This extremely muscular clown seems to be guarding the entrance of this some sort of stage. The clown crosses his arms and grunts when you approach.
The stage show wait until later.
When?
Later.
Yeah, but when exactly?
Later.
Okay. Wait, hold on, what the hell? I thought I got... Admit one Barnaby Bob's astonishing demonstration of perspicacity, and skill. Oh, well, what do I have in my offhand right now? 3 melee attack damage. Yeah. So I guess the show isn't going on right now? Alright. Alright. Sideshow tent is fairly large and packed with weird things to look at. Like all the good sideshows are, a few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows around and making everything look even more eerie. A clown is hanging out in here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter.
Come on in, take your time, have a good look around. Just remember, no touching.
The shelves are displaying a large collection of strangely painted eggs. You see several shells full of white eggs, each one painted with a unique pattern of colorful shapes. A small placard pinned to one of the shelves says, "Clown eggs." In the circus community, it's a traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that has already been used. It is considered extremely taboo to wear another clown's quote-unquote face. These must be the eggs for the clowns that work in the circus. You recognize a few of them, like the clown here in the sideshow tent and the ticket seller out front.
Hey, step back, please. No touching.
Based on his attitude, uniquely combining attentiveness and extreme boredom, you assume this clown's job is to keep an eye on the sideshow exhibits. Well, Topaz, you know what the eggs reminded me of? Digi-eggs. Think about it. You know I'm right.
Howdy, fella. Welcome to the sideshow.
Thanks. What's the scene here?
Well, down to the left, we have our collection of spooky, warped mirrors. Right here, we have an exhibit of clown eggs and pickled punks. And further down to the right is our freak show. Feel free to explore, and I'll be here if you got any questions.
I have a question. About these people.
You mean the freaks? Ain't they a scream? The one with the giant eyeball head is my favorite. Nice quiet, fella.
Huh.
If you have questions about the other two, feel free to ask them personally. I wouldn't want to be telling them tales out of school, since the eye guy can't talk, though. You can ask me about him if you want.
Okay, what can you tell me about him?
Not much, I'm afraid, to be honest. He joined us about a year ago. Maybe a little less.
Where'd he come from?
No idea. Weird, ain't it? You'd think the fella looks like that. You've read about him all in the papers, right?
Well, yeah.
Sure is mysterious.
How'd he get like that?
Couldn't tell you.
I bet you got a theory at least.
Heh, well, maybe saw some no human fella should ever see.
Okay, bye. This looks like to be one of those weirdly bent mirrors that make you look all crazy. As if there wasn't enough crazy looking stuff around here already. God, this mirror somehow shows you what you'd look like in a clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes stare back at you from a pasty white face painted with an odd pattern of red triangles. In the flickering lantern light, it almost looks like he winks at you. This mirror makes you look stretched out and thin. Your limbs twist and writhe like snakes as you move around. It's a bit unsettling. Your muscles ache a little sympathetically. This mirror, your reflection is short and squashed looking, folded up like an accordion. You spend a moment moving back and forth in front of the mirror, seeing how the image change. It's kind of amusing. These shelves are filled with jars, and the jars are filled with things. Real weird looking things. things. You lean a little closer to inspect the jars. They mostly contain malformed and or mutated animals pickled in formaldehyde. A 3-headed kitten, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, a twisted Mobius loop of snake without head or tail. Weird, crazy stuff. One shelf seems devoted to huge, gross, pale grubs like fat, featureless white worms on the size of a sweet potato. The one on the end is larger than the others and has shiny black eyes. Someone has painted its face in an apparent parody of clown makeup. Yuck. The pasty white face has been painted with little blue triangles over and under the eyes. The creature has a long, thin slash of a mouth as well, and the area around it has been painted with bright red lipstick. The black eyes flash red as this thing suddenly thrashes in its jar, spitting to face you and stretching its mouth open, revealing rows of yellow shark teeth. You stumble back with a cry of shock. Ah! Got you pretty good there, buddy.
What is that?
It ain't a real creator. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and such. Got an electromagnetic under the shelf to move it with.
He takes a little push-button gizmo out of his pocket to show you.
Should have seen your face. You about jumped right out of your boots.
There's a guy. This guy is a startling sight. Even for a circus freak show, his entire head is one enormous eyeball. As you look him over, he stares back at you. Not that he has got much choice. Hello there, I'm Shit Creek. How's it going? Can you talk? Guess not. You look to the side and lean over the rope to get a closer look at the guy. He's basically just what he seems to be at first glance, a guy with a giant eyeball for a head. You do notice 2 things, though. First, he has an odd lump at the, well, what you would call the base of his skull if he had one. A sort of crumpled, fleshy mass the size of the fist. With a squint and some imagination, it almost looks like the crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. The second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of his stool, and the legs of the stool are bolted to the floor. So, the circus gig, how do you like it? His hands slowly curl into fists and the knuckles turn white with tension. I see, or I understand, I mean. Do you blink? Or wink, I guess? Guess not. Okay, we'll see you around. This man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit threadbare and out of fashion. He's smoking a pipe and leafing through a magazine. When you stop to look at him, he nods amicably.
Hello there. Welcome to the sideshow. My name is Douglas.
Hi, I'm Shit Creek.
Delighted to meet you.
So, what's your deal?
Why am I a sideshow, you mean?
Well, yeah, you seem perfectly normal.
How forthright of you. Of course, it's only natural to wonder.
Wait a minute. You said that last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist?
Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate.
He stands up and turns around. His back is the same as his front. That is, his suit has been tailored with 2 front sides, and he has another face on the back of his head, with his hair cut and parted appropriately.
Ta-da!
As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Douglas winces slightly, though certainly not as much as you'd expect. What the...
Surprising, yes?
A bit, yeah. How is that even possible? Douglas shrugs and holds his pipe up to the now back of his head, so his other face can take a puff. Are you... what's the phrase? Siamese twins?
Not exactly. It's difficult to describe, I'm afraid.
2 minds in one body with 2 faces?
It would be closer to the truth to say 2 instances of the same mind.
A Pringles man. Yes, Topaz.
With you, as you say, 2 faces.
You're right. That doesn't make any sense at all. The other face chuckles and Douglas holds his magazine behind his back.
It took some getting to used to, but that much is quite certain.
Were you born like this?
I would rather not discuss how I came to be this way, if you don't mind.
Okay, sorry.
No apologies necessary.
Your knees must be a wreck.
Surgery was necessary to permit them to bend in both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you.
Why are you in a sideshow? With a regular suit and haircut, you could easily pass for normal.
I have a contract.
Out of the corner of your eye, you spot the clown making a gesture, but you didn't catch what it was. Douglas clears his throat.
Plus, well, it's quite the life, you know. Free room and board, travel the world, and you meet such interesting people.
Talk to you later, Douglas. There's a lady here with her head sticking out holes in a large metal box. She nods politely at you. Hello.
Hello there. Enjoying the carnival?
Well, it's interesting. She smiles slightly.
Yes, I'm sure it is.
Can I ask you a question?
Certainly.
What's your name?
I'm Janet, and you?
I'm Shit Creek. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Shit Creek.
Why are you in a box?
That's a rather personal question, isn't it?
Oh, sorry.
I'm only teasing, dear. Would you like to see inside?
Sure. Janet whistles to signal the clown, and he moseys over. He unlocks the door on the front of the box and throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside, instead of Janet's body, you see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and pipes, ticking clockwork gears, and pumps. Liquids of various colors, mostly red, slosh through the tubes. A large bellows near the top inflates, then begins to slowly deflate. What do you think? It's some kind of trick, right? You're folded up behind a mirror or there's something.
No trick.
The clown chuckles and walks around the back of the box. He opens the hatch and waves at you through it, then saunters back to his place by the shelves. I mean, I'm going to say it's amazing, but honestly, I'm thinking this is horrifying. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment. It's certainly educational, I imagine. The larger tank on the left is my stomach, if you'd like to see what I had for lunch today.
You watch the various liquids slosh around in the tanks and pipes for a minute. Weird. Gross. But it is indeed educational. You get a perk, anatomical learning. How did this happen? Were you in some kind of a terrible accident?
I'm sorry, but I can't talk about that.
Of course, sorry. It must be a painful memory. Her calmly composed face creases into a very slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the clown.
Yes.
Well, it was nice to meet you, Janet. So long.
Good luck, Shit Creek.
You know what makes a human being tick, and how to stop one from ticking comes into that. A +3 melee attack damage. Noise. Alright, what's with those weird mirrors?
Ain't they right? That's what they used to call an optical illusion. As I understand it, it has to do with the way light reflects off of them.
I'm 100% sure that what I saw can't be explained by a little reflection of light.
No telling what you might see if you took too long.
Huh. Alright, I think we're done in this friggin' tent. I can go back and forth. Okay, so I have to take it. Red Hots, calls the clown behind his food stand. Red Hots, footlongs, 2 kinds of mustard. Well, there's also a small sign that says Lost and Found. The clown grins and gestures at the little charcoal grill behind him.
Howdy, sir. You interested in a footlong sausage?
That's what she said. Wait, what? What are they made of?
What do you mean? They're made pork. What else do you make a sausage out of?
Regular pork or long pork? The clown gives you a long, chilly look.
I'm sure I don't know what you're implying, sir.
How much are they?
250 meat with your choice of condiments. What are the condiments? I got onions, pickle relish, 3 kinds of mustard, and 2 kinds of ketchup.
Wait a minute. He was advertising 2 kinds of mustard, now he's telling me 3. What kinds of mustard?
Brown, yellow, and blue.
Blue mustard?
Looks like I'm all out of the blue, sorry.
2 kinds of ketchup?
Yep, got both ketchup and catsup.
No thanks. I'd actually like to see the Lost and Found.
Oh, sure, think. What'd you lose?
The clown pulls out a wooden box under the counter and looks inside.
Up here's your look. This one yours?
He puts the box on the counter for you to see and turns back to his grill for a moment. I want... You got the item, Lucky Cat. Yep, that's the one, thanks. No problem, sir. I could have almost done without seeing this in the game. There's a kid here. Alright.
Hi, sir. Did you find my lucky bottle cap?
Is this the one?
That's it. Thank you, sir.
Alright, apparently there's still shit I gotta do here. The clown blows his side whistle again as you approach.
Woo-wee. Step right up, fella. Step and try up the one of the famous and new candy sensation.
What is it?
Cotton candy, the finest and several of the world's spun sugar created through a revolutionary new process. It's so light and sweet and fluffy. It's like eating butterfly dreams and kitten wishes. Woo-wee.
How do you make it? He pats the metal box with a wide funnel coming out of the top.
This little machine right here can't tell you how it works, much as I like to brag. It's a trade secret.
You invented it?
Not as such. A couple dentists down south were the first ones. Dentists, go figure. But after hearing about it, I managed to figure out how it works. Made a few improvements with my design.
Now I'm really curious.
Sorry, fella. These secrets in this box are for nobody's eyes but my own. I'll be happy to sell you some cotton candy, though.
How much does it cost? 300 meat. Oh, God. No, I did not expect to deal with this kind of circus today. Actually, I didn't know clowns were in this game until just now, and kind of regretting most of it. Alright. Do I need to, like, buy the hot dog and the drink and the cotton candy and the balloons? Can I come back to this later? I need to be away from this clown. I need to leave this. I need to leave. Okay, we're gonna go to Gustafson's Gulch. A finely dressed goblin steps forward.
Hi, hello. Being a mayor, welcome. Now going away, please.
The goblin seems friendly, but blocks your entry in the gulch. Can I not coming in?
Sorry, only for goblins, being very private.
You roll up your sleeves and show your bulging arm muscles. The goblin is either unimpressed or doesn't recognize the menace in this gesture. So you pick him up and toss him over the wall of the gorge. Cool. You hear quite a rustling as though a single goblin were rummaging through a crate filled with straw. Go in and beat the straw out of it. You made that trigger happy, goblin trigger sad instead. You dig through the crates and the goblin was rummaging through, but there's nothing interesting in any of them. You listen at the door. It's quiet inside. The shack is filled with crude bookshelves. The bookshelves, in turn, are filled with crude books. 3 titles catch your attention. So very complicated numbers. How to bird noise. And Alice going into a seeing glass. All you can tell about this book is that it concerns extremely high-level mathematics. You don't have the vocabulary to understand any of it. And you probably wouldn't if it was written in English. Your brother probably would have loved it. This book is an extremely detailed treatise on the sounds that different birds make. You probably wouldn't expect to learn how to do an accurate great crested grib impression from a book, but that's how detailed it is. This popular children's novel has been translated into Goblin. Jabberwocky still reads pretty much the same. Oh, it Brillig being in toves of slithing did it in a way gyring and also gimbaling. Don't need your sass so fast. You listen at the door but don't hear anything. Check out the door, but looks like the door is locked. You make short work of the lock. You enter what turns out to be a delicatessen and help yourself to what turns out to be sandwiches. Probably. Got 3 goblin sandwiches. Nice. There's no sound coming from inside. The shack is filled with thousands of tiny cabinets, each labeled with a number in goblin. Look in a random drawer. There's nothing in the drawer, but you find an old lollipop stuck to the bottom of the drawer above it. You hear a couple of goblins rustling around in here. Sounds like they're doing something really important. You gave those fishmongering goblins what for? You look around the building, but it turns out to be just filled with rotting fish. You don't hear anything inside here. The shack contains a bed and a desk. It's made of cactus logs with a blanket made of woven together cactus needles. That can't be comfortable. The desk is strewn together with folders. You notice one that says important secrets on it in capital letters. You learn a variety of secrets, though the only one that actually is pertinent to your circumstances is there's a spare key to the treasure cave in drawer 69105 in the storage hut. You press your ear to the door and hear somebody delivering what sounds like lines from Hamlet, except in goblin tongue. From this vantage point, you also notice a sign next to the door reading Backstage Entrance, Hear It Being, with an arrow pointing to the back of the building. You sneak backstage and watch the play from behind a curtain. Not only is it a goblin version of Hamlet, it has also been rewritten as a one-man show.
To being, or not to being? Oh, that is a question. Could it better thinking to suffering a crazy things and arrows? Or fighting so many bad things for stopping them because fighting? To dying? To sleeping? To sleeping? Hey, dreaming maybe. But oh, problems. If dreaming crazy when living, when dreams having after dying. Wow, pretty weird probably.
You watch for a while. The bits where the actors have to do a sword fight with themselves are pretty entertaining. You listen at the door but don't hear anything. Looks like the door is locked. Oh no, I'm out of needles! Ah! Alright. We need to go buy more needles. There are no needles. Oh no. I need more needles. Wait, can I go to the Cactus Man for needles? You find a crate lying by the side of the trail. Its lid knocked loose. It fell off the back of a cart, LTD. stenciled on the side, which seems a bit on the nose, but hey, free stuff is free stuff. You fish through the crate and help yourself to the meager, but free, contents. Ranch punch, full canteen, and handful of nails. Oh my goodness. The idea of someone drinking ranch straight is kind of disturbing. Nope, I still need to find a lady for the cactus dude.
Hey there, Shit Creek. Welcome to my shop. Looks like you've got yourself set up pretty nicely. Sure have. Here, let me give you a little something as thanks for helping me out. Here's a sharpening strop on the house. Oh, thanks. Just let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
What am I wearing? Fur pants. Eh. All right. Ah. You hear a bunch of gruff goblin voices gruffly griping at each other. If you win, that'd show them if they weren't dead now. You got an item. Gustavusson Gulch Treasure Cave Key. You got an item. Goblin Chicory and Goblin Trousers. Okay. The goblin's paying more attention to their book Goblet than to you, but you're pretty sure you aren't going to just be waltzing on by. Hey Goblet, good book. What thinking about how Goratio is only surviving one at the end? Everyone else dying, poisoning, sorting, pow, blam. Ah, no, whoa, wow, spoilers. The guard runs out of the cave with their hands over their ears. The goblin guard is whistling little wooden bird calls, but they're not too busy to beat you up if you try to get past them. You duck behind a stalagmite and do your great crested grebe impression. Oh, gasp! A great crested grebe! Wow! The guard pulls out a pair of binoculars out of his uniform and runs out of the cave. Unlike the other two guards, this one is being very attentive and seems very suspicious of you. Also, unlike the other two guards, they have a name tag that says Gene. Oh, I need a... Ooh, that was a lot of meat. I need picks. Or needles, rather, but... For fuck's sake. Alright. That's done. Let's head over to the professor's house. You round a corner in a box canyon, find yourself face to face with a pyro bove. You're boxed in. Smack. That's one less pyro bove terrorizing the countryside. Yeah, I'm not exactly a fan of the running out of needles part.
Good to see you again. Have you got those 5 piles of scrap yet?
Yep, got him right here. He ambles over to a strange contraption in the corner of the room and begins to tinker.
Great! Let me just... Yep, okay, this'll do the trick. Let me just get this running, and then you'll be able to grab a keystone from it. It'll take another 5 scrap for each one you need. Are you familiar with the Lost Dutch Oven Mine? Grim place, but that's where I found the chassis for the fabricator. And it's wedged behind an unusual pile of rocks. Seems like a good place to start hunting.
What's a... Wait, is a Dutch oven what I think it is? Wow, those are some stinky fissures. I can't get any closer. Not without some stench resistance, at least. I know I had something with stench resistance. What was it? Sucks, they're all unlabeled and unlocked. I got miner's pants and a gas mask. Miners must have eaten what down here to avoid the stench upstairs. I don't know what kind of tobacco these miners are chewing, but it must be extra corrosive because this brass spittoon has a hole eaten through the bottom and dark stains underneath it where the spit leaked out. Although oddly, it doesn't seem to be leaking now and it's half full. I guess the miners plugged the hole with something. It's a spittoon. It's disgusting. You can practically see the stink lines coming off it. Come on, let's not do this. Ah, geez. Fine. Okay. You crouch down and take a careful look at the filthy spittoon. The inside is black with years' worth of stains. The death broth inside has a rainbow sheen like a parking lot oil spill, and occasionally a little bubble pops out on the surface. You can actually feel a slight warmth radiating from it, from where whatever dire chemical reaction is taking place in there. You realize you're holding your breath, not deliberately, but from this human body's natural instinct for self-preservation. Imagine smelling someone made a big pot of chili con carne. and left it under the porch. 3 rats crawl into the pot, eat half the chili, and then die. A week later, a family of cockroaches takes up residence among the writhing maggots. The cockroaches smoke thick black cigars, which they light with tufts of burning human hair. That is what it smells like. Fortunately for you, the rainbow-colored film on the surface of the liquid coats your hand as you plunge it into toxic stew, keeping it from being immediately dissolved down to the bones. The smell intensifies, and your stomach prepares to hose the poisons off of your arm with a high-pressure stream of vomit. Your fingers touch something at the bottom of the spittoon. Better pull it out fast while you still have something to pull with. You pull the world's most disgusting pair of pants out of the spittoon and jump back at the hole at the spittoon's bottom. Now unplugged begins to leak steaming filth. Congratulations, you are now proud owner of the worst object I've ever been paid to think about, narrowly defeating a leather bondage harness made from the skin of a clown. You got spit-soaked pants. Can of kerosene, a thermos of spiked coffee, and ooh, what's this? A lodestone ring. The elevator mechanism is all rusty. Lubricate the elevator liberally. Yeah, the spittoon descriptions are pretty awesome. I mean, it's disgusting, but like the way it's written is well done. You emerge from the elevator into a deeper shaft. By the light of your lantern, you see exposed meat veins on nearly every surface. It's unusual that there would be this much readily available meat left in a working mine. What were they digging for, if not this? Oh, we're gonna mine some meat today, baby! Meat, meat, meat. Look at that shadow. This guy is totally out of it. He's gibbering and drooling and doesn't even seem to see you. Hey, buddy, are you okay? You wave your hand in front of his face, but he doesn't seem to react at all. Ominous ladder leading down into a deep, dark pit. Finger bones are all splintered. The hair on the back of your neck stands up. This guy seemed to be gnawed off from his own hands before he died. Your heart is pounding. This gem is pretty, but it smells terrible. You got an effluvious emerald. These scratches are just painted on. In blood. You have to get out of this pit now. This guy worked his fingers to the bone, digging, and then worked his bones to the marrow. You have to get out of this pit right now. The gouge marks are dark with blood. You have to get out of this pit right now. As you get near the rocks, the voices in your head begin screaming too loudly to ignore. You have to get out of this pit right now. Am I missing something? I already forgot where I am. Oh, the Lost Dutch oven mine. Alright. Let's head to the railroad camp. A wave of hate. A wave of heat hits you from behind. You turn around to see a hell calf pawing the ground and eyeing you with ill intent in his dead, black, demonic eyes. Nope. You put out that that unholy fire that animated that unfortunate doggy. After any luck finding a year's supply of dynamite? These bastards are getting restless. Yep, here you go. Good, perfect. This'll do the trick just fine. Hang back for a bit while I get the fellas to set up the charges. I'll let you do the honors. Some consults with the other workers and they inspect the rocks for a time. Eventually one of them shrugs, pushes the whole crate of dynamite up next to the rocks and wires up the detonator.
Alright, let her rip.
Wait, don't you have a longer detonator cable?
Nope.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. Just give me a 3 count before you hit the plunger so I have time to get under the train. Come on, set off those fireworks. What are you waiting for, Independence Day? There's a very large and very angry looking guy standing here. Parents were a little peeved at having a year's supply of dynamite blown up next to its butt while it was sleeping. How are you going to handle this? Pulverize it. You crack your knuckles, take a deep breath, and aim your strongest haymaker at the rock monster. Your punch blows open a fracture caused by the dynamite, and cascading fault lines crisscross the creature's surface with the roar and anger of pain. It explodes into fine gravel. Heck yeah, welcome to the gun show. Well, now that it's fine as day, ugh, god damn it. Well now, that is a fine day's work as I have ever seen. Much obliged, friend. We'll be getting the rest of this track laid down and heading out now. Here, I'll mark a route on your map for you in case our paths ever happen to cross once again. You discover new map location, the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company Camp. Thanks, but can I just ride the train? Got a ticket? Heh, just kidding, of course you don't. Every seat on this train's sold out. Sorry, boss. Well then. As you're heading down the dusty desert trail, you sense an extremely powerful, extremely malicious cow presence nearby. You track its source to nearby ranch. Discovered Hellstrom Ranch. Well, let's go take a look-see, right? Give me that needle, baby! Okay, oh, hello. More needles. Find a single, mostly unburnt book. You read the book from charred leather cover to charred leather cover. You got a skill, leatherworking. After you're done reading it, you understand the book itself is bound in valuable leather. You tear it apart so you can make something else from it. Alright. This bench is fully stocked with sanctified leatherworking tools, blessed owls, hallowed punches, holy water soaked thread, that kind of thing. Ooh, wow. I got thick leather pants. Yeah. Oh, that was a good find. Bringing this will attract the attention of at least one infernal cow. Ow. $169 damage. You pulled some cows from their home dimension and mercilessly slaughtered them, you monster. Just kidding, they're super evil. The only part of the shed that didn't burn was the part this horseshoe was attached to. Guess it's really good luck. It's a portal to hell. You hear ominous mooing. Alright. Platypus's ears perk up, and she suddenly veers off course. You approach a weird clearing full of piles and rocks that make your ears ring somehow. You discover a new map location, the West Pole. This yucca is straining against its own roots. These rocks are strange. They don't seem to weigh as much as they should, and they're sort of drawn to each other. You could probably make an interesting cairn out of them. You step back and admire your work. It's quite defensible. You gain a perk, Heart of Stone. Cool. God dang it. Stupid A button. So I need 20. So something that gives me 2 mysticality. other than what I already have. Alright, let's... Nice. You hear a gunshot and a bullet pings off a rock near your feet. Alright, later, Topaz. You turn around to look for the culprit and see a skeleton a few yards away. A skeleton with a buffalo skull instead of a regular skull. So that's how your day is going. Oh no. You got a buffalo bandolier. Ow. Ow. Must have sleepwalked here. This guy has stopped messing with his watch and started eating jelly beans? What you got there? Jelly beans? Yep. Can I have one? Nope. Please? No, get your own. Well, where'd you get them? A little way south of here, from a fellow named Roy Bean. This lady is still whistling to the beat of the band. It's one of those pay telescopes for tourists. This one was designed by a promising young artist named Edvard Munch. You pay your meat and look through the telescope at the Big Canyon. Sure is big. It'll take quite a bridge to get across that thing, that's for sure. Howdy, boss. Howdy, Smee. Stuck again? Yup. Got ourselves one hell of a canyon to cross and no materials for bridge building. Any ideas? There's an old mine town up north called Breadwood. They opened a lumber camp after the mines dried up. If you can fix a deal with them for the lumber we need, I can handle the engineering side of things. Okay, where is it? Smee marks the location of the Breadwood camp on your map. You discovered a new map location. Redwood. Of course, anything you find to build a bridge out of is fine by me, but that seems like the simplest option. I'll see what I can do. Off to one side of the trail, you spot a cactus that doesn't look quite right. Specifically, it doesn't look right because it has a goblin face. As you get closer, you're pretty sure it's actually just a goblin in a cactus outfit. It gives you some annoyed side-eye and tries to wave you away, but the cactus arms aren't very mobile. Do you know a guy named Cactus Bill? Shh, away, going. Why are you inside a cactus?
Watching cactus herd for keeping safe from predator. What predator? Any predator. Desert tortoise, cactus eagle, other goblins. Now going away. You're ruining my disguise.
Ow. Oh, damn! He just fucked Susie up. Ooh, a Cactus Club.
Howdy, Susie. I heard about a ranch in this area. What might be notable
What do you mean?
is one that were never attacked by the cows.
Huh, yeah, that might be worth messing. You discovered a Kellogg Ranch.
Howdy there, Pilgrim. Name's Roy Bean.
Howdy, Roy. I'm Shit Creek McGee. What do you do here?
Well, when I first came to these parts, I was all about two things: dispensing justice and dispensing jelly beans. I was the biggest name in bounty hunting, and Cali selling than anyone ever heard of.
Gosh, what happened?
Oh, nothing particularly tragic. Got old is all. Hung up my pistol for good.
Points at the wall. He's pointing at an empty hook on the wall over a spittoon.
I still sell some jelly beans from time to time, but they're out of fashion. This old place is just a jelly bean museum now.
Seems like the sign out front isn't very accurate then.
How'd you mean?
Well, if he ain't dispensing justice anymore, maybe it should just say museum.
Guess you got a point.
For a jelly bean museum, I sure don't see very many jelly beans.
Bunch of cooks and shady characters stole 'em. All 3 jars.
Suppose they think I'm a soft target now that I'm retired. Oh, that sucks. I'll help you get it back.
Well, now I certainly appreciate the assistance. Can't offer much in the help way of reward, but I can tell you which way the first group of thieves went, if you happen out that direction.
Oh, it's another spittoon. As soon as you get near the spittoon, you can smell the overpoweringly sweet stench it exudes. Nauseatingly sweet, like the rotting corpse of a dead gummy bear. Garish rainbow colors swirl together in congealing psychedelic madness. Is Roy using jelly beans as chewing tobacco? Yes. Yes, of course he is. We're talking about a bowl of jelly beans that has been sucked on, half-chewed, and spat into a brass bucket. Do you seriously want to put your hand in that swill of artificial coloring and thickened saliva? Oh my god. It will probably never be clean again. Look, I'm serious. You're about to permanently dye your hand with a swirling mishmash of all the worst colors in the spectrum. No one will ever have a tattoo that looks as gross or as stupid. Well, I tried. Don't ever say I didn't warn you. You plunge your hand into the spittoon and fish around for a while. Eventually, you pull out a really disgusting pistol and a really disgusting hand to shoot with. You got the befouled pistol and a perk spittoon hand. Yay! What's the perk do? Oh. Your hand has been permanently stained by the rainbow-colored contents of a nasty spittoon. On the bright side, that hand will never suffer anything worse than that ever again. 20% hot, cold, and sleaze resistance. Nice. There's a single yellow jelly bean in this case, with a sign that says Paraguayan Murder Bee Honey Jelly Bean. Very rare, 6,000 meat. What kind of lunatic would pay 6,000 meat for a jelly bean? Not this kind, that's for sure. Roy must prefer to perform his morning ablutions outdoors. You gussy up a little bit. What does this get hooked up to? Oh, I got a perk, Master of Flushing. Your toilet flushing muscles are in fantastic shape. Oh my god. Oh man, I want to see like a workout video now where someone like tries to like work their muscles by flushing a toilet. And 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Oh, that was good. Oh man, that one tickled my funny bone. I'm okay, Akka. I'm just amusing myself, that's all. You hear gunshots and someone shouting nearby, and decide to investigate. This instinct is basically what separates an adventurer from a sane person. You find a bandit in scorched and blackened clothes, wildly firing his pistol at the scenery. Everything he shoots bursts into flame somehow.
Go to hell, Cactus. Go to hell, Scorpion. Go to hell, Rock.
Well, it looks like we got a real character here.
I ain't disagreeing. Just add a little scenery to the colors below. How about I send you too? You'll make fine and dandy pets for my masters.
Oh, I kind of want to throw him a bundle of dynamite. Try sending your bosses this. You pitch a bundle of dynamite at the guy, who shoots it reflexively. When the dust and smoke clears, all that's left is a gun, a crater, and a hat drifting down to the ground. You got smoking gun, black hat, and some XP. Nice. This button. You approach the bandits seated around the fire. The meanest looking one speaks up.
Don't know who you are, who you think you are, stranger, but you better turn yourself right around and head back the way you came. Listen, you want to eat lead.
Well, that's not very neighborly.
Take a hike, neighbor.
You fellas stole a jar of jelly beans from an old man, and I aim to have him back.
Oh, is that right? And just how are you planning on doing that?
With words. Listen, fellas, you stole a jar of candy from an old man. This is such a small and petty and sad little crime, it barely even qualifies as a crime. If this ends up on a wanted poster, you're going to be the laughingstock of the criminal community. More importantly, what would your mothers think? I'm giving you a chance to turn away from this life of crime before it's too late, and I suggest you take it because I'm pretty sure this is not a life you're suited to. The bandits hang their heads shamefully and shuffle away. Oh, sweet, I got more dynamite. And some loot. An odd flash of light nearby prompts you to stop and investigate. You discover a goblin with a strange, hinged board covered with shiny foil. What are they using to reflect sunlight onto a pair of leather boots? Hey, hello, what doing?
Tanning. I am Tanner.
You are tanning boots?
Yes, yes. Sun using to make very tan.
I don't think that's how it works, but I guess you're the expert.
What?
Are these boots for selling?
Oh, yes. We'll sell boots for 250 meat.
You opt not to buy the boots. The Tanner Goblin seems disappointed, but shrugs and gets on with his work. Dude just set me on fire. I got overly tanned boots. Ooh. big ruler. It's like a scale, but for height. According to this ruler, you are 7 millimeters and 3 yards tall. You don't know how to use this ruler correctly. Yes, years worth of height and weight recordings of the ranch's customers. It is the most boring book you've ever read in its entirety. It's a scale, like a ruler, but for weight. According to the scale, you weigh 8 ounces. You don't know how to use the scale correctly either. It's a list of draconian fitness rules the guests of the sanatorium had to adhere to. Purity is the best sauce. This is a large oven, but it doesn't have a door. It's just a wide slot. The label on this thing says dough press. It's a combination grain sifter, flour mill, and who knows what. Its grain hoppers are currently empty. Keep calm and enjoy nothing. There's a skeleton in this bed, and it's wearing weird metal pants. This bed is covered in bones. There's a scrap of paper under the pillow. It looks like a torn out page, part of the diary page. Opposed to achieve purity of glands, but I can't stop sleeping in those metal pants. They're so noisy, especially when I... Dang, all those lockers are locked, and I don't have many needles. A grotesque anatomical chart. They've got the spleen mixed up with the liver. You grab a pen and make a few corrections. You gain 100 experience. Woo! The menacing ape skeleton. Okay. Boy, there sure are a lot of books about enemas on this shelf. Most medical journals and Bibles and some old National Geographics. Whoa, hello. Hello! So you're a ghost, huh? Yes, it does appear so, and alas, without me here to instruct them in my regimen of purity, all my patients have fled. That's probably not exactly why. They're likely out ravaging the countryside in their own bodies. One cannot have purity of the soul without purity of the body, you know? What's this whole purity kick about anyway? My threefold path to the elimination of corrupting influences. Would you like to hear about it? Sure, lay it on me. The first step I call purity of the glands. One must rid oneself of all romantic and sexual desires and cease any self-polluting activities. Like what? Smoking cigars? Well, yes, but I'm speaking more of, you know, nighttime activities alone. What? Anyway, that's the first step. Okay, what's the second step? The second step is purity of guts. This is accomplished through frequent cold water enemas. Yikes! And the consumption of wholesome and nutritious grain flakes, manufactured through my personal scientifically developed recipe. What makes them any different from any other breakfast cereals? Did you not hear me? This recipe is scientifically developed. Alright, what's the third step then? The very vital step is purity of muscles. I've developed an extensive exercise regimen featuring several workout machines that I've invented myself. Neat. And all of this together, what was it? My regimen eliminates corrupting influences from the body, thus purifying the body, mind, and soul. Well, that sounds like a good result to shoot for, and it works. Certainly it does. Why, just look at me. You're dead. Only coincidentally. Uh-huh. I guess it might be a nod to a diet, but I don't honestly know. The desk is scrupulously tidy. In fact, there's not so much as a desk blotter or a single pen. It only has one drawer. However, you find a secret button, cleverly hidden on the underside of that one drawer. You're probably right. Hey, that's my desk. Keep out of it. You're incorporeal, so go ahead and try to stop me. Well, I never. Let's press the secret button. A hidden panel slides open on the back wall, revealing a secret room. I want to open the drawer, too. I need 20 mysticality. Uh-oh. You grab a sheet of paper and consolidate the crazy series of notes into a more or less straightforward recipe. You got Kellogg's Grain Flakes recipe. The recipe reads 4 parts barley, 1 part oat, 3 parts spelt. Press to 91 psi, cook for 8 minutes at 640 degrees. Oh, see, that kind of flew right over my head. I didn't even realize. Something about breakfast cereal initially being marketed to stop people from masturbating. Thank you, Charlie, for pointing that out to me. I would have completely missed that. This is the most boring secret room you can imagine. I mean, I am disappointed, but at the same time, like, it kind of makes sense. Your body is still wrong. Alright. It's the Stretch Master 4000. Insert your limbs. You strap yourself into the machine and allow it to inflict some warm-up stretches on you. The machine pulls too hard, which promptly yanks on one of your shoulders out of its socket. It's the lung flex. You've had enough exercise for now. This place is terrible. Ugh, I need better lock picking. Alright, so I need to go back to Gustafson's Gulch. You spot an astonishingly large horse apple in the distance. You are literally astonished by the size of it. It is very large. You discovered the Big Apple. As you reach the center of the clearing, you are simultaneously struck with a profound awe and a terrible stench as you discover the largest road apple you've ever seen. You can't imagine how this got here. Was it a giant horse? Was it 200 normal-sized horses acting collaboratively? They should have sent a poet. Doesn't smell any better up close. Clean it up. Alright, well I cleaned up the Big Apple. I need to head back to the Lost Dutch Oven mine. Your El Vibrato transponder thing starts bleeping at you, and you play hot and cold until you find a weird-looking crate behind some rocks. Alright, see ya, Akka. You follow around the outside of the crate until you find the bit that makes the lid slide open until you push it. You got 4 El Vibrato scraps and a punch card. This pilot was pretty obviously made on purpose. Closer inspection reveals the stones are mortared together. What could be hidden here? There's a trapezoidal piece missing from the weird crossbar thing. Hello. I'm gonna turn it off. It's a weird okay, let's. Oh, the trapezoidal piece. I don't have a trapezoidal piece. I need to go back and talk to the doc or the professor, whatever. Ooh, I forgot something to do here. Let's see here. Professor's down south. Here we go. You find a safe on the side of the trail. Ironic, you think to yourself, that it's in such an unsafe location. You hop down from Platypussy to find that the safe is locked, in addition to being closed, which you could tell it was from horseback. No, Gary. In all fairness, I'm playing this game absolutely blind. I've never played this before, so I'm literally going by the seat of my pants. And by horse.
Good to see you again. Have you had a chance to take a keystone to the Lost Dutch oven mine and look for that unusual pile of rocks? You can always make a keystone with 5 more vibrato scrap in that machine over there.
I have indeed.
Oh, did you find anything interesting?
Beyond all the weird ancient technology?
Well, I meant, did you bring anything back that I might evaluate? I bet there's something useful in there.
Let's go. Wait, so does Gary know safe cracking then? Because that would have been useful to have. Climb on down. Insert the keystone in the crossbar. Oh, well. Yeah, Susie hasn't exactly been thrilling, but she's definitely been useful in combat. You bend over to examine the device and accidentally stub your toe on it. It hurts, but the box moves. It must be lighter than it looks. You grab the device. The professor will want to see this. No, you've learned the El Vibrato word for toilet. It says Noka. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. This monolith is dark. There's a trapezoidal section missing from this box. Machine is dark. There's a circular hole in the bottom. It seems like it might be a doorway if there's no keyhole or handle or anything. The strange device has 3 buttons on top of it. I'm going to leave them be for now. Take a guess. All of them have pushed if sunk in the device though and are unpushable. Oh. This is probably not one of my better ideas. Hey, that's good. Ow. Oh boy. That was not one of my better placed. Right? Oh god. Alright, let's fix myself by putting bandages on myself. And then let's remove you from combat and shoot you. Sweet. Ow. Whew, that was a rough fight. But we're alright. Alright. So I think, if I understand that correctly, I can just summon as many of those things as I want and fight them endlessly, which is nice. But not what I need right now. It's alright. Hey, Kiwi. Alright. Let's head back to the professor's.
Good to see you again.
I already said that.
Hey, Professor, I found a thing. Great! Let's see. Aha! A marvelous find. This device makes batteries. Or will, once I fixed it. Batteries? Yep! The Alvabrotans powered their portable equipment with the little electric marbles, like the one I put in your transponder. I'm sure I don't have to tell you, a regular source of those will be incredibly useful.
Alright, so it takes 10 Alright, maybe I should just farm for vibrato scat for a hot second. The Lost Dutch Oven Mine. The traps. Gotta say, Kraken King, I am enjoying your verbiage. I don't think trapezoids are considered modern technology. Although my geometry brain is currently going. There's a strange cloth loop inside. At least it feels more or less like cloth. I got El Vibrato loop. Okay. That's not a rhombus. I don't think so. Now I'm trying to remember what a rhombus is. Think of rhombuses where all both the opposite sides are parallel to one another, and trapezoids are not only have one set of parallel lines. Ow. Man, I'm still surprised that I remember some of the stuff from school. Ugh. Perfect. Although now I think about it, I don't think this really does me much good. But it's satisfying to be able to do every once in a while. Wait, there were rhymes? I don't think that's quite the rhyme that we learned in school. Wasn't it? I think Mox. Wait. I must be going crazy. I read your statement, said, "What's Moxie?" Read it again, thought it said, "What's movie?" And I'm like, what movie are we talking about? Stalling it. Yeah, and the Jews faked the moon landing. Wait, what? Moxie's a hand sanitizer? I mean... was it like on par with Surge? Because I remember that being more of an acquired taste. Oh, think of like Mountain Dew, but you let it sit like outside in a warm garage for like a day and a half, and then you decide to drink it, but you recarbonate it first. That's kind of what it was like. You're not really missing out on much. Oh, it just straight up gave me a Keystone. Yeah, it was like a... It was a lemon lime soda, quote unquote, but it was closer to that battery acid taste that than Mountain Dew was. Yeah, Surge's... It was definitely nothing... Ooh, trading. Meh. Sweet soda is similar to our root beer with a bitter aftertaste. It is flavored with some sort of root extract, an extremely bitter substance commonly used in herbal medicine. How do you say that? Gentian? Gentian? Where am I going? I was heading back to the professor's. Basically, it's really strong and at the end, not nice taste unless you learn to like it. I mean, that's what she said? I'm trying to remember what... I know there was a soda I tried at one point, and it was like really, it was great, but like then it went so far south afterward because you're like, oh, this is good, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, no, it's not. And I can't remember what the hell it was. All right. We'll head back to Roy Bean's house. The already intense heat intensifies. Sweat stings your eyes, and while it's stinging them, you fail to use them to notice that you've ridden right into the middle of a herd of pyrobows. We're gonna... Ooh, this is not gonna go well. Ooh. This is not good. Man, I smack them all, but dang. I gotta survive a foot. Yeah. You got so angry about losing that fight that you pass out. Yeah. You wake up the next morning in your bed. Susie must have carried you back here after you got knocked out. You're a little sore, but not otherwise any worse for wear. You are pretty hungry, though. And sober. That was a rough fight. And then I want... That heat damage really got me, though. Alright. Let's get the hell out of here. Ooh. Poker. Nope. Not gonna get distracted with poker. Alright. Let's try going back to Roy Bean's house. Through the shimmering waves of heat, you see a massive pile of bones on the horizon, and veer platypus you toward it to investigate. It turns out to be an even more massive pile of bones than you initially thought.
Howdy, Shit Creek. You recover that a jar of jelly beans by any chance?
Sure did.
Well, I'll be. Thank you kindly, Shit Creek. I won't ask for details, but I hope they were sufficiently grisly. Now, the second jar of jelly beans was stolen by a passel of them weird goblin fellas. Couldn't understand a word they were saying, but they were very insistent.
Which way'd they go?
Northwest, towards that huge old cactus folks call Old Granddad. Here, I'll mark it on your map, but you can't miss it.
Alright. And away we go. Out in the open desert, among the rocks and dunes and underneath the scorching desert sun, you encounter a chef. That probably doesn't sound all that strange comparatively, but hold on while I go into more detail. He has somehow hauled a full-size iron pot-belly stove out into this blistering hot hole and is cooking something on it. Though you can't tell what, because all you see is the pan is fire. Rather than being drenched in sweat, he is literally steaming. Furthermore, he is muttering wildly to himself. Hotter gotta be hot, hotter, hot, hot, good, gotta cook, cook right through, needs to be hot, hot, hotter. Gazpacho is hot! Oh god, that was painful. I need to level up my first aid ability at some point.
Gazpacho is hot.
You knock out the crazed chef and, feeling merciful, push him into the shade of a large rock before checking out a stove that is slowly melting into slag. Oh yeah, a stove door. Look at the size of that thing. Also what she said. The guard blocks your path.
Hey, hi, no climbing for humans.
I'm here for taking back a jar of jelly beans you goblin stealing.
Oh, what?
Jelly beans. Little colorful sugar things?
Oh, little fruit rocks.
Yeah, those.
Those are for the pile.
The what? Anyway, no upstairs for humans. Maybe we can trading?
No trading, but you can bribing me.
Okay, what are you wanting?
A candy bar. A good human candy bar of the bubbles having, you know it?
Do you mean this?
Oh, yes, wonderful, thanking you.
Can I climb now?
Sure.
Alright. There's a gash in the wall of the cactus here, revealing a vein of sticky purple goo. And a pile of goblin junk. There's another goblin here blocking another ladder.
Hello, no climbing for humans. Too bad.
Can I bribing you to the ladder me climbing?
Oh. Okay.
What are you wanting?
Cactus serpent.
A delicious vein is being in the other room, but had losing my tap. Oh, geez, 40 mysticality or 40 moxing? Yeah, I think I read something to learn Goblin at one point. Yeah, to heck with the tap. Murder! Oh, I can't. I committed to it. That's a problem. Alright. We'll come back to this. Maybe after I've leveled up a little bit. Let's go check out the buffalo pile. Your vibrato device starts beeping, when the beeping leads you to an unremarkable sand dune, which quickly becomes remarkable when the robot buried underneath it wakes up. Ow. Ass. No, Bobbert. Whiff. You forcibly shut the robot down and bury it back underneath its sand dune. Almost did the same thing again. What? This is both cool, unnerving, and kind of terrifying all at once. You hear a lot of activity down that corridor. Chanting, shuffling of robes, clattering of bones. Scary stuff. You really shouldn't go down there. Don't tell me what to do. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. That's a lot of bitches. Oh, no. What? I have 1 hit point left. Oh, Jesus. Oh, and they have a lot of hit points. Holy crap. This is where I want to use like the ejected emoji and just be like, ejection. Oh God. Oh my goodness. I mean, run away is the same as losing. There's no difference there, so. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, Charlie can vouch for me. But when I'm the imposter, lots of people die. Oh boy, that was kind of difficult. Alright. Well, hold on. Let's talk to Susie. What other side quests do I got going on? I need to find some barbed wire. Yeah, no, that was painful. I wanna go to Old Granddad again, but now I have to figure out this tap, which I need 40 in the 2 stats I don't have. Let's Lorg. Alright, let's just go down the list and see if I can't stack something. What do I have more of? Let's try see if alright, let's try for Mystic. Oh, goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Alright. Oh, yeah, I think it's more than some cult shit. That's grade A nonsense right there. Alright, offhand things. Alright. Seven Moxie. Let's go back and see if I can find something else for Moxie. So I got that equipped. Let's see what I got for food. And then alright, I got 44 Moxie. Sorry about that. That one got away from me. In the front of a small adobe building just off the side of the trail, you see a young woman working on a broken water pump. She pauses to dramatically wipe sweat from her brow with her hat. Wish her luck and ride on, because I am not that good with mysticality. If you were Tap, would you be hiding this pile of junk? Your keen tap dancing skills, oh god, have allowed you to dance your way directly to the tap. You also find an empty jar in the pile, which will be handy. You plug the tap into the syrup vein and fill the jar with purple cactus syrup. You play the wizard. If I can, I like to play some sort of like battle mage, but if not, then I tend to favor more of the warrior style of combat. Alright, I want to put my shit back together. I want my AP back. leather pants. Alright, I think that should be good enough for now. Hello, having a syrups. Yes. Hooray! The guard guzzles the entire bottle in a single long draw. It is both fascinating and disgusting. Needing more for proper imbibing. Of course you are. Oh man, god damn it. This time the guard moves away from the ladder, so they have plenty of room to guzzle the syrup. Hello! Hi! Hi, can I? Nope! Okay, can I? Yep, bring me goblin elixir. What's that? A potion of extra delicious being. So good! Alright, I'll go get that then. The table is covered with flasks, beakers, bottles, tubes, burners, and all other equipment that makes up a super elaborate alchemy table, including a whole bunch of different colored liquids and powders and stuff. Well, that's easy for you to say. Well, let's look for some instructions. You find a scrap paper in a drawer that looks maybe like instructions for an elixir, but it's all in goblin science jargon that you don't understand at all. Just start mixing things, I guess. You pick up a beaker and look at the ingredients. Let's start with some green oil and add some purple syrup and I haven't played Dark Souls in quite a while. Which ones have you played? I'm gonna go yellow slime. Let's see it. So I add some yellow slime to the mixture. The mixture turns blue and starts to steam even harder. Now what? You carefully pour the mixture into a cocktail shaker and give it a good shake before pouring it back into the beaker. The mixture turns black and starts to steam like crazy. You manage to pitch the concoction out the window, duck under the table just in time. It explodes with a tooth-rattling bang! Geez, looks like this alchemy is some tricky stuff. Alright, let's start with pink granules. Add some clear slime. And we'll add some blue ooze. And we'll spit in it. You work up a mouthful of saliva and spit in the beaker. The mixture turns black and starts to bubble like crazy. After a second, though, it settles down. Whatever it is, it doesn't seem immediately life-threatening. Smells terrible, though. You pour the elixir into a proper flask. Who knows? Maybe it isn't a deadly poison or anything. Aye, ready for bribing? Yes. The goblin moves away from the ladder and takes little sips of it from the flask, savoring the flavor. Is it good? Yes, perfect! Huh, cool. What the fuck? I don't even want to go near that. Yeah, no kidding. Holy crap, if this isn't the most disturbing thing you've ever seen. I don't want to know what it was. Hey, guys, those jelly beans, can I to having them? Oh, what? Our fruit rocks? No! No, not taking our fruit rocks. These being ours, not for you asking. What's your plan for dealing with this horror? But not looking like you're eating them. A jar is still full. What? Eating? Food rocks not for eating. Fruit rocks just for looking at. You just looking at them? Not fitting through floor hole. Can't leaving room. Fruit rocks only entertainment bring. Good grief, that's sad. Okay, how about I teach you something else for entertaining? Something better than fruit rocks looking at. Okay, go. Sounding good. I agree. I'm not certain. What being better than fruit rocks looking at? Thumb wrestling. You teach the goblins how to thumb wrestle, and how to set up a basic single elimination tournament bracket. So they're totally preoccupied with their new pastime, and you're free to grab those sweet beans. Well, what has been seen cannot be unseen. Oh boy. Your travels are interrupted by a fairly disturbing sight. A skeleton covered with weird glowing mushrooms, which is shambling toward you and making angry hissing sounds and weird gestures. Hiss! Wow, gross.
Psychedelic spore attack.
Whoa! One hit point left. Okay. Mushroom covered bone. I suppose I haven't looked at my weapons lately, seeing if there's anything better that I've gotten. Oh, the cactus club. Whoa! 13 to 17 damage? What am I using? Oh, the St. Beefus thigh. I might need to swap weapons soon.
How you doing on them jelly beans, kid?
Got him.
Wonderful. Good job, kid. Looks like they're all here, too. The goblins didn't eat any? Welcome back, Topaz.
It's a long and weird story.
Well, never mind then. You've done a swell job, kid. I've only got one more jar of jelly beans missing. They was stole by a gang of them hippies.
Why'd they take them?
Heck, who knows what a hippie's thinking? All I know is they took it heading off south and a little bit west.
Alright, be right back. We're going to the Shroom Cave. You notice a black spot at the base of the mountains to the east. You feel compelled to go investigate. Nope, we'll go there later. Can't interact with the mushrooms. Oh boy. Someone lost a very dirty knapsack. It contains some loose bits of granola and some very, very dirty clothes. Oh, and a map. This map is labeled Shroom Locations and shows a weird, convoluted trail leading to a big X. You recognize the X at this very cave. The dotted lines originate in a little picture of an army fort. That's probably worth investigating. The Fort of Darkness. The cultist is totally zonked out. The cultist is muttering and twitching in his sleep. Mushroom crumbs litter the floor around him. You grabbed everything that isn't nailed to him. You got a skeleton bone, human ashes, and a discipline slip. You read over the infraction listed on the slip. Looks like one of the cultists was gathering dangerous mushrooms. Curious, you stick the slip into your journal. Alright. Oh boy. Alright, let's head to a Fort of Darkness. You spy a patch of loco weed growing next to the trail. You hop down for a closer look, just to make sure it's not loco grass or local flowers. But I don't know how to forage, so I'll have to just pass right by that. All these cannons have flowers stuck in the barrels. Alright, so the Fort of Darkness appears to be a misnomer, which is good. Okay. This young lady is dressed in fancy, expensive traveling clothes, though hardware has made them dirty and ragged. Also, her pupils are about the size of teacups. Wow! Hi. A new face. My name's, one sec. Irene! She giggles. Everyone here just calls me Mushrooms, so I forget sometimes. Howdy, Irene. I'm Shit Creek. What's your story? Oh, not much to tell. I was hitchhiking to Frisco a few months back, but I stopped here and never got around to continuing. You know, we're like a big, happy family here, and everyone's so nice and appreciative of how I know so much about mushrooms. Mushrooms? Uh-huh. They're good for all kinds of things, if you know which ones to pick. If you want, I can sell you a few of my favorites. I have a spare pair of mushroom pliers, too, if you want to pick your own. Okay, cool. Would you like to buy a mushroom? Or a pair of mushroom pliers? I mean, I'll buy them pliers. Here you go. I'd share the location of my secret mushroom hunting cave with you, but I lost my knapsack with my map in it, and I don't think I could explain how to get there just in, like, words. Good luck, though. Thanks. You seen any jelly beans? Yeah. I had some jelly beans recently. I don't quite remember. Oh, they were in my lounge. Where's your lounge? I don't quite remember. It's only there part of the time anyway. What? I don't know. Hey, would you like to buy a mushroom? This batch is extra groovy. No thanks. This guy seems to be in a daze, looking around uncomprehendingly at the boots and cobbler tools around here. Hi there, those are some pretty cool boots you've made. Are they for sale? Huh? Oh, no. I mean, I'd like to sell them to you, but they aren't mine. You didn't make them? It's funny how everyone assumes that, but no. These were all made by elves. Elves? Yeah, man. Like little elf guys. They're hard to see, just out of the corner of your eye, you know? But I'll be just kind of standing here and then I'm like, oh hey, got another pair of boots in my hands. Guess the elves made some more boots. Huh. I haven't made a pair of boots myself in, I don't know, like a year. Years? Something. These elves keep making them though. I don't know why. Weird. Okay. You should open up a boot store. Huh? A store to sell your boots in. They're not mine though. They're... Right, the elves. But the elves can't be making them just for fun, right? I think they're making them so you can sell them. Oh. Huh. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a town called Dirtwater. You could open up a really nice shop there. Huh. That's a pretty long trip. But it'd be, like, dangerous. I'd be worried the elves wouldn't make it, you know? I'll let you know if I think of something. You know anything about Irene's lounge? He glances around nervously at Irene and lowers his voice to whisper, No, I don't really talk to her much. The elves don't trust her. Oh, I get it, Topaz. I completely missed it. I feel like such a doofus. See, that's how you know I'm innocent, because I don't know the terminology and lingo well enough to be able to make those kind of connections and jokes. Gotcha. Can never be too careful, I suppose. Yeah. You see any jelly beans? Jelly beans? Weird. No, I haven't seen anything like that. Ask the elves, maybe. I'll give that a shot. Oh, man. What in the world is she doing? Hi, I'm Shit Creek.
Teeth, clavicle, femur, teeth.
Well, okay. Here, have some bones. You hand her an armload of bones, and she starts mechanically picking through them, selecting some and discarding others based on criteria you can't discern. Eventually, having chosen the best two from the pile, she secures them together with wires and screws, and hands you something that basically looks like a sword. Neat, thanks. Here, have some skull chips. You hand her some bone chips, and she stops muttering. Her eyes seem to focus a little. She takes some glue out of her toolbox and presses the chips into a ring. As soon as she gives the ring to you, though, she's back to her muttering. She blinks at the gold teeth you hand her and takes a spool of wire out of her toolbox. Soon she presents you with an elaborate tiara.
That's enough,
She mutters sadly.
not nearly enough.
You got an item, gold tooth tiara. Do you know anything about a lounge?
Teeth, lumbar vertebra.
Alright, see any jelly bean?
Teeth, jawbone, teeth.
It's almost like playing Mastermind, but it's just bones instead of colors or anything else. Alright, let's see, have more random encounters with skeletons. No, thank you. Moxie. Deals spooky damage instead of physical. Interesting. Hi, I'm Shit Creek.
Salutations, Shit Creek. They call me the Talking Dude, because of my extensive knowledge of the principles of philosophy and the arguments and conundrums surrounding in various aspects and interpretations.
I bet that's not why they call you that.
Can I interest you in a discussion of the particulars of Kurtzian philosophy, Shit Creek?
Sure, why not? The talking dude begins, and you immediately tune out.
Blah 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 blah, as opposed to blah phenological reduction blah blah. Of course, blah 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 allegory of the cave blah, but that's begging the question blah.
Try not to yawn. Your posture alone is enough to keep him talking.
Blah 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 ontological argument against blah.
I see.
Blah blah categorical imperative blah 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 blah.
Fake a gasp. He acknowledges your interest and barrels onward.
Blah blah, but that's begging the question blah. On the other hand, blah 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 blah.
Aha!
Blah blah blah. Of course, the blah 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 type versus token blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah, which is of course a consequence of blah.
Does this just go on and on and... Nope, apparently it does end. He sees interest in your eyes and continues with renewed vigor.
Blah 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 blah, the meaning of life, blah blah.
I just cracked myself up because I realized the way I was talking as the talking dude, it was like Speed Racer.
We must go to the race, haha!
Oh, that got me. Interesting. Uh-huh. Yeah. No. Good. See? Uh-huh. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Do you know where Irene's lounge is?
I have been there, but for some inexplicable reason, I was never invited to return.
Inexplicable.
I was self-actualized by returning on my own, but I don't remember where it was, and Todd will not tell me. It's quite frustrating. Can I interest you in discussion?
Have you seen the jelly beans?
Well, first, we must take care to define our terms. What does it mean to see
jelly beans. And what if I see as jelly beans are different than what you see as cut the crap before I cut it for you? No, I have not. But I do know that Irene, the newest, and dare I say most delightful of our little clan, is particularly fond of them. You might ask her. Can I interest you in the discussion? No, fuck off. Oh my gosh. Hello. Hello. Yes, hello. Yes, I'm Todd. Shit Creek, pleased to meet you. So, what do you do around here, Todd? I'm a chemist. I've been researching the properties of some of the local mushrooms. Properties like what? Like how they totally get you wrecked. Right. I'm kidding. They actually have a lot of interesting properties that could be a real boon to medicine. They may even hold a solution to many psychological disorders. Oh, well, that's pretty interesting. The fact that they get you absolutely smashed is just a happy side effect. Woohoo! I see. If you have any lecturious, dirty hippica mushrooms, I can refine them into a more potable, i.e. a potion. Do you know where Irene's lounge is? Oh, yeah, I do. Don't tell the talking dude if you don't mind, but in that cave where we get all of our mushrooms... Oh, I didn't see any lounge there. You gotta be, He jerks his thumb at the apparatus behind him and winks. If you have any lecturious, dirty hippica mushrooms, I can refine them into a more... I already said that. You see any jelly beans? No, I'm not interested in jelly beans unless they're kind of jelly beans that get completely blasted. I don't think that's a real thing. No, it is. I heard they got them in Frisco. That doesn't seem safe, you know, for kids. This one is rocking back and forth, making sounds as she rapidly flaps her lips with her fingers. Oh no, it's... Or is it... What? I can't tell what she's trying to do. Oh, hand out a jaw harp.
What's this?
It's a kind of musical instrument. You bite the narrow part and then, well, basically just do what you've been doing. She gives it a few I almost said experimental twangs and boings and then knocks out a sweet riff.
Wow, this is like a revelation. Thanks. I feel like maybe I should take this show on the road.
Maybe try the Jewel Saloon in Dirtwater?
Sounds good to me. Thanks again.
She leaves plunking that twanger the whole way. That's what she said. What? I kind of want to see a flash mob do this exact dance. I think it's the fact that when they roll over, like their entire body just kind of flops like a noodle over their head. Although I can kind of just jam out to this for a little bit. This tall, muscular, bald man is leading his students in an aerobic workout routine. His voice is powerful, yet discerningly soft as he counts. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Excuse me, what's going on here?
Exercise. You must strengthen the body. If the body is weak, the mind cannot be strong. These two are one.
Who are you?
I'm Kurtz. My methods will usher in a new age of power and will.
Can I exercise with you? Kurtz glances at your clothes.
You do not have the proper attire. Before muscle comes skin. Before skin comes clothing.
You look around and sure enough everybody else is wearing the same striped pants and weird fuzzy headband. Oh, goody. All we're missing is Suzanne Summers.
big old pile of military supplies. The crates aren't even sealed. Ooh. It's a bunch of military manuals that all look too complicated for you, except for one. Cannon loading for idiots. The book is so rudimentary that it's insulting to your intelligence, even though you know almost nothing about loading cannons. One of the drawers in this cabinet is open in a crack. There's only one file in the drawer, and it's a discharge record for a soldier who died from eating poisonous mushrooms. The last entry says she was buried in plot 420 of a military cemetery up north. You mark the location of it on your map. Okay. Oh, I just need to learn how to save crack, damn it. Richard Simmons would be another good one. I don't know, Suzanne Summers was the only one I could think of that was, like from that time period. There's a goblin marching down the trail in a soldier's uniform, the pants of which have been sincerely pinned up to account for the goblin's stubby little legs. It salutes when it sees you.
Hello.
Hello, what's up?
Am soldiering.
Yes, I can see that. I didn't think there were any goblins in the military. What's your unit?
What?
Where are you uniform getting?
From Dead Soldier Man's, so I'm soldier now.
That's not quite how it works. Jane Fonda. Oh, I haven't heard that name in such a long time. I mean, fair enough, but yeah, no, I haven't heard Jane Fonda in quite a while. I don't think so. I mean, I want to... It's the Goggle-mobile if I can find my phone. That is a big negative. Where did my phone go? Oh, there it is. It's on... To the Goggle-mobile. Jane Fonda. I like how the second search is Jane Fonda Young. Did she ever do like an exercise video though? See, Topaz, that's your homework this weekend. Find out if Jane Fonda ever did an exercise video. Then report back to me on Monday. Okay, I think I got confused here at some point because I thought Todd said that the Okay, what? She has a whole collection. Why am I not familiar with this? Why is this not more prominent on her Wikipedia page? She got name-checked and baby's got... I actually don't know the full lyrics to that song. I know the song. Alright, let's go back. Jane Fonda... Well, I'll be damned. Now I feel silly for not knowing that this existed. Uh, 1982. I mean, a little before my time, but not much. Oh, Madness Mall Mine? Let's go there. I think that's just somewhere I found. You find a crate lying at the side of the road. It has Lost Dutch Oven Mine stenciled on it. Isn't that way in the opposite corner of the territory? That's pretty lost. You pry the lid off the crate and help yourself to its contents, containing smelling salts and a thermos of spiked coffee. Hell yeah. I mean the spiked part, not so much the coffee. Hello.
You aren't one of us. Begone from this place, interloper.
Now you know something bad is going down. Nobody good uses the word interloper.
Smite the unbeliever.
Do I have to go buy the mushroom? Because I didn't want to spend 1,000 meat just for a mushroom. Oh, well. As soon as you come back. Ooh, I got the cultist mass. It should be growing in the cave. So I was doing it right, I just couldn't find the mushroom. So I just need to go look for it some more. Alright. We'll go back to the shroom cave. You come across a deserted campsite. There are signs of a struggle, but the only intact object is a crate with military stencils on it. You think they're military, at least. It's hard to tell with all the mushrooms. Oh yeah, the crate is also, like, covered with mushrooms. I kind of buried the lead there. Oh, god damn it, the puns. It looks pretty flimsy, but you're not 100% sure you want to touch it. Oh, let's open it with the crowbar. Ooh, full canteen and some silver bullets? Nice. And nerve pills, and smelling salts, and blood building tonic, and orthopedic boots. Ooh. Nice. Alright. What friggin' mushroom am I looking for? Nope. Damn it. Because I bought the tool. Do I just need to, like, nudge up against every mushroom and just see if one of them prompts me? Where's Mario when you need him? Here we go! Wait. Oh, I need to go to the military graveyard first? Oh. See, that's what was confusing me. Alright. So, I'm ahead of myself. Wait. So... I gotta go all the way up here. As you're riding along the train, a wisp of smoke draws your attention to a devastated ranch. Like, really devastated. Worse than most of the ranches around here, which are, on average, pretty messed up. You discovered Alexandria Ranch. We're gonna keep heading where we're going, though. There's a shovel here. It's a caretaker's shanty. You poke around in the shed, the caretaker appears to have been shirking his duties for quite a while, judging by the dust and cobwebs. Well, tool, singular, there's a shovel here. Since you already have a shovel, you should leave it alone. It's not like you'll be able to dig twice as fast. Look like all chairs owned by one guy. It has years worth of lint and food crumbs under it. It's covered with old paint-spattered newspapers and features a large collection of tiny jars of paint as well as a jar of fine-tipped brushes, a can of thinner, and a stack of history books. You find a flyer for a military reenactment enthusiast society. Apparently they meet regularly at Fort Memoriam. You discover a new map location for Fort Memoriam. Maybe that's where the caretaker went. Alright. Caution, do not touch eternal flame. This goblin is roasting a weenie over the eternal flame. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be doing that.
No, it's good. Fine. Not to wasting it.
Fine. Oh, it's sleaze damage. Lame. Bonk. No, I haven't. You teach the goblin not to play with fire, at least not special commemorative fire, and not while you're around. I got goblin bratwurst. Yay. God damn it, Kiwi. Beyond this gate stands countless rows and columns of tombstones. Well, they're not actually countless. I've counted them, and there are 999 of them. You can visit an individual plot by number if you'd like. Oh, it's okay. Kiwi got owned. Like, Kiwi's the king of D's Nuts jokes. And someone got him amazingly good yesterday, so I figured he's just paying it forward. He needs to up his game a little bit. Beyond this gate, or I already said that. So we want to go to 420. Plot 420 is completely overgrown with mushrooms. You root around in the loose shroomage and find a book. Coincidentally, it's a book about mushrooms. Well, just because this game is what it is. You approach the grave. It reads, First Lieutenant Seth Whitney, Jr., 69th Innuendo Division. You put your ear to the ground. It's quiet. The soldier buried here apparently hasn't been reanimated yet. Oh, I got... okay. Ooh, what's this? A military school class ring. Alright, let's visit another plot. Let's go to 690. You approach the grave. It reads, Sergeant Major Starshine, blank and Naval to Signal Division. The tombstone seems more ornate than most, though it's partially worn away. There's an epitaph inscribed as well. Colored her hair 6 times a day. 6, 10:15, 1:30, 10:37, 7:23, 4:30. What would I like to say to the departed? There's 6 letters. Huzzah. You somehow feel that wasn't quite the right thing to say. Alright. Let's visit another plot. How about 1, 2, 3? Oh, fuck. Oh no. Should I throw the 11 sticks of dynamite to kill him? Does that work? Can I do that? Because otherwise I'm going to lose this fight. And I don't really want to lose the fight. And it just seems like a funny way to do this. Alright. So now, okay, now I have to read the book. After you finish reading the book, you absentmindedly misplace it while musing about mushrooms. Hilarious. Alright, now let's go back. Because I want to finish up this jelly bean side quest, and then that'll call it for the day. So let's head back to Shroom Cave and event. There's a skeleton out here in the desert. That's not very strange, because people die all the time in the desert. This skeleton, though, is doing arm curls with a pair of iron dumbbells. He doesn't have any muscles, but somehow his bones are extremely ripped and or swole. That doesn't even begin to make sense. I mean, hey, it was either that or dying, and you know what? I'll take it. That is just kind of amusing, the fact that I just killed the skeleton with 11 sticks of dynamite. Remind me to go buy more dynamite next time I have a chance. Ooh, I got the Kellogg Ranch brochure. Yeah, let's take a look at... Oh, that sounds great. I'll take that. 'Cause what was I wearing for boots before? I think it was just the work boots. So... yeah, what I'm noticing about this game is that it's kind of like Borderlands, where it scales pretty hard. And so if you don't keep up with the scaling, like, you're kind of screwed. So I just need the one mushroom is the question. Oh, wait. So this isn't the, like, first entry. This is, like... oh, I didn't know that. I was just playing this game because it was recommended by both Topaz and Akka. So I just started playing it. I had no idea there's more games. That's kind of cool. So I'm going to head back to Fort of Darkness. Your transponder starts making that bleeping noise. That means either treasure or a monster. And who can resist a gamble? Not you. At least not in this encounter. Anyway, your involuntary risk-taking is rewarded when you find a high-tech crate. Sadly, it is locked. But I have a keystone. Although I feel like I kind of walked out less profitable in that situation. But that's okay. So if I remember correctly...
Go easy on this stuff. It has a real kick to it.
Alright, so now I have... Kingdom Loathing is a browser-based RPG. It's been around for a long while. Cool. I may have to look into that. I assume it's still around, right? Because that might be something fun to screw around with this weekend. Phew! It's crazy out here. This desert is just the worst. If you stay here too long, you could end up like one of those charred black skeletons clacking toward you. Oh, you're gonna set me on fire. Bing, bang, pow. Ow. Oh, I didn't mean to shoot. God dang it. That's alright. The numbers just don't work. But that's fine. We got this. You destroyed those skeletons handily. Though, to be fair, they were pretty close to destroyed already. Alright. Fully opens your third eye. Alright. You swallow the extract. The world turns inside out as your mind replaces it. You gain an effect. Baccarat Galactorus. Alright. Is that the place? Looks like it. Nice. I got a lava lamp. You stow in your pack. Fortunately, it isn't real lava. Yoink. They do look pretty cool under the black light, you have to admit. Lime jelly beans. Your great grandkids are going to love this kind of music. I mean, there's a good possibility. Well, maybe not good possibility. There's a remote possibility. That requires me to have kids in the first place. You see what you take to be an oasis in the boiling heat of this region, and spur Platypussy toward it. As you near it, you discover that you've been fooled. It wasn't an oasis at all, but an evil, towering black stone cow monolith. Anybody could make that mistake, really. Sure. Oh. Bonk. Yay, Susie leveled up.
Howdy, Shit Creek. Any line in that last jar of jelly beans? Got 'em right here. Well, I'll be jiggered. I didn't figure on seeing any of them jelly beans again, and here you brought all 3 jars back. Ain't got much to reward you with, other than a handshake, Shit Creek, but maybe I'll be able to pay you back somehow in the future.
Awesome. Well, that is a great place and a good note to end on. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out with me. This has been a lot of fun today. Schedule for next week will be the same. I got Final Fantasy VII on Monday and Tuesday. We got more Toomba and possibly Digimon on Thursday, and then I'll play more West of Loathing next Friday. And then also, I have something else coming up. No, this is how I end Kiwi, if you actually were here at the end of my streams, you'd know that I normally sign off by letting you know what's coming up in the following week. which also I have something new coming up. Yes, you are, and I appreciate that. Just giving you a little shit. Well, you can wait till after I end the stream, and then you can fuck my shit up later. How's that sound? We got more streams coming to you. I have a nighttime stream going to be happening Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays starting next week. So expect to see another game stream then. I haven't figured that out yet, but I'll have the details probably for you on Monday. All right? Everyone have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!